Welcome once again. It's going to be an amazing year. There's no doubt about it. We're making headway at Hired. We're collaborating with a lot of senior executive, hiring managers, HR professionals, talent managers, and all. We are collaborating with them. We're also bringing mentors on board, and one of them is a speaker today. We're bringing mentors on board. We are doing everything that we can to ensure that we empower and connect you to the right opportunities so that you can achieve your goals. It's not easy being an immigrant in a new country, no matter how long you have stayed in the UK. It's not easy because you would have a lot of challenges. One of such challenges is having the right community that would hold you by the hand, ensure that you're accountable, connect you, encourage you, and most importantly, like we say back home, follow person wey no road. And it's very difficult because a lot of the places and communities you join, they really don't know road. So it's like we're all going in circles. But today and in Hired, we want to break that pattern. We want to ensure that everyone we bring on this platform, every program we bring to you is tailored towards your needs and will help you achieve more. My name is Emeka Ebeniro. If you don't know or you're meeting me for the first time or you got this link from somewhere, my name is Emeka Ebeniro, and I'm in the UK, Glasgow to be precise. And what I do, or what I'm truly passionate about, is to help businesses and individuals optimize their potential, increase their visibility, and grow their income. And one of the areas I'm doing this is in the area of technology. If you followed me or you're currently following me, you know that I'm a big advocate and I'm a key player and an ecosystem builder right here in Scotland. I'm part of the Scottish entrepreneurial and tech ecosystem by being part of Startup Grind, volunteering for Scottish Tech Army, and also working with Novate Hub. These are the platforms that I'm part of, that I'm using as my own vehicle, my own way of giving back to the Scottish tech and entrepreneurial ecosystem. And I wear the hat of a program manager at Novate Hub, which is a subset, or should I call it the cousin of being a project manager. So yes, I do manage project. Yes, I do deal with stakeholders. Yes, I do all the requirement gathering, planning, and all that. Yes, I do all that. However, that's not what makes my heart burn. What makes my heart burn is seeing my people, or seeing people in general, optimize their potential, do more than they are currently doing. And if you've checked me out, you've been checking our emails, you know that I'm deeply passionate about what I'm talking about. And that is why today I have our speaker here today. And like I said, I'm in Glasgow. I'm started Hired. And why did we start Hired? I'll give you a backstory so that you understand why you're here. We started Hired because as an immigrant coming to the UK, one of the key things that I realized was getting a job was difficult. And it wasn't because I wasn't skilled, or my team wasn't skilled, or my friends were not skilled. It was because of interpretation. So what does that mean? We did not understand the language of our current location. We didn't understand the systems of our current location. We didn't understand the ways and the culture and the work ethics of our current location. And that was a big barrier for a lot of us. And we decided, let's have a community that would empower people to be able to understand these things so that they can break that cycle, break those barriers, and achieve what they truly want to achieve. So that's my story. That's why we started Hired. And that's why we're even going even a step further in 2025. And in 2025, I've said it here. This is being recorded. Take note, Emeka said it. We are going to be bringing in hiring and talent managers from the other communities. So the Caucasian community, the Scottish community. So we really want to know, what is the reason? What is the kind of candidate you're looking out for? What are we doing wrong that we were not getting the jobs or not getting the roles? And if that's something that you are excited about and you think we should go ahead and invite people from different communities come speak to us, please, I'd like to see your contribution in the comments. Please drop it there in the comments. I would like to know if it's something that you're excited about, if we should go ahead. If not, no problem. we would put that aside and focus on other things. But if you think that's something that we should go ahead and ask people in the other communities to come to Hired and speak to us so that we can get insights on what we can do better, please give us feedback. Let us know right now so that the team can take notes and then we go ahead with contacting them. So that's my story. I'd like to pass the mic to anyone that's bold enough to take it up and share their story and tell us.
Yeah, I don't mind going first.
Oh, awesome, man. Kenny, thank you so much. Please go ahead.
No problem. Hi, Mr. Beniro. Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
And thank you very much for setting up things like this. It's very, very needed. I'll just quickly get to it. Currently, I work as a complaint analyst, and what I do is it's very simple. I mean, when I say complaint analyst to people, they're like, oh, you must be this, with the analyst at the back, you're probably in tech. No, I'm not in tech. But what I do is I work with a utility company, which is UW, Utility Warehouse.
Yeah,
Probably
okay.
people have heard it before.
Yes.
So I started as a customer service agent, yeah, and worked my way into the operations and assurance team. Now, basically, it's just like a second layer of customer service. So if you call in and you have issues with your services and the team could not resolve it, and they open the complaint for you,
Yeah.
and then it gets escalated to us. So I'm like the last layer of escalations. And if I can't resolve the complaint, it goes to the financial ombudsman because I work in financial services. So
Okay.
it goes to the financial ombudsman, and then the financial ombudsman, if it's a case that is worth taking, then they come back to us. Then I'm the go-to person, basically. So liaise with the financial ombudsman, FCA rules because the financial services industry is regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. So all of those, that's what I do. And my story basically is when I got into the country too, I struggled with getting a job. It was a serious issue for me. I was just ready to do any sort of work, warehouse, care, just anything, but it wasn't coming. Like nothing was coming forth. So eventually, I got this offer, and with Lloyd's Bank and this company at the same time. I just chose this one because it was a remote job, so I work from home. But my struggle was basically understanding the accents. I struggled a lot, and you know the way it goes. You need to understand the problems of your customers before you can resolve it, right? But if you don't even understand the people, you don't understand the accents. Speaking to the to Scottish, to Welsh, to the English, to just different people calling in at the same time, and then you can't even understand. So I struggled a lot with the customer service role, but I just determined in my mind that what is worth doing is worth doing well. If I'm going to do this, I will be excellent at it. I will be very good at it. So when they even asked me that, what was your goal? What was your first 6 month goal at work? I just told them I just want to be able to be a great customer service agent, to know the products really well. And then I'm happy that I can say, like, I'm looking back retrospectively, I achieved that goal and then even surpassed and met expectations and exceeded the expectation. And that was why this role came in. I was recommended for this role because a lot of people had been on that role for 6, 7 years, and it's very hard to leave that role into a higher position, But in less than 1.5 year, I was able to achieve that and then to move up that role because I just commit my mind to it. And what I did, and I'll round up with this, what I did for myself, in just the way where you've mentioned that, giving back to people, what I just did myself was as many immigrants, whether Nigerians or Algerians, especially Africans, coming into the company,
Yeah.
I know that they would probably have the same issue as I did. So what
Yeah.
I do is just to reach out to them. Once I see the names, I know, oh, this one is my brother, oh, this one is my sister. So I just reach out to them and I try to explain what I passed through and how I was able to scale through and where I'm at today. And if they need any help, I'm always there. So I can put them through whatever it is they need to know about the company and how they can go about the job. So yeah, 2025, I'm looking into being more visible You know, meetings like this, I want to join. I want to listen to people that have done it, people that have gone ahead of me. Maybe I can pick one or two things from them, because it's easier to learn from experience than for you to go through the journey yourself. It may be longer. So I'll just keep it short here. I think I've been on for another. I've been speaking for like 3 minutes or 4 minutes. I'll just stop here. So that's my story, my brother.
No
Thank you.
problem. Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you so much. So please don't forget, this is an open thing. It's not paid, so you can share the link with your friends, with other communities, also other WhatsApp group that you belong. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would like to call on Coach Chinda. I'll just play, an intro video about Coach Chinda. He will do a better job at introducing himself. But I'll say this: I met Chinda, I think about 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago, during the pandemic at Fela Durotoye's program called Speak for Gold. I came into that program not knowing what to do, because during the pandemic, I left my 9 to 5 in 2016 and started a business in 2016. And we were growing year by year on year. And 2020 was that year that, yes, I knew that we had made some tremendous milestones. So it was something I was really looking forward to. And then COVID happened. So that year, I didn't have any money. My wife was pretty much the one taking the bills, because she was working in the bank. And obviously, bankers did not stop work. They kept going to work. They worked from home. They had some type of shift that they were doing back then. And I couldn't do anything. And I asked myself this very critical question. Are you telling me that this is all there is to my life? That without this job, there is no me? Like, my identity is tied to this job. And that was when my own transformation journey started full time. Yes, I was touching a little bit of it, doing things here and there, but that was the point. I made up my mind that, you know what, I need to go on a journey of personal development and rediscovery. And I also vowed to myself that I never wanted to have a job that would tie me to a location that is, quote and unquote, is not recession proof. So that had led my path to even what I'm doing right now. So it means that for me, I want to be able to operate anywhere, anytime in the world. Anywhere I can operate, anytime I can. I'm not tied to, oh, you must be here. And I'm saying it because this is my own personal journey. And that was where I met Chinda, and our relationship started. Chinda is like an earthquake. When he erupts, and he's so deep, layered in business, in life, in marriage, in relationship, even in tech, because he's a service solution architect. He'll tell us more about that. So he is well grounded, and he's the right person to help us start our 2025, because I know that one of the key reasons why people fail is because they don't have a strategy. And strategy is not just a word, it's a way of doing things. If you don't have systems and strategies, you can't achieve goals. It's not about writing it down. It's not about praying about it. It's not about wishing about it. If there's no strategy and a system to back up that strategy, there's no goal you will achieve. And that is why he's the right person to start us. So please, let's watch this video, and then the next voice you hear will be Chinda.
Chinda is an award-winning transformational speaker, a certified life, relationship, and performance coach. He is an NLP practitioner, best-selling author, and a John Maxwell Leadership Certified Coach, Speaker and Trainer. He is an entrepreneur, preacher, senior IT consultant, passionate youths, and young adults leader and mentor. He is the founder of the following organizations: Limitless Life Pro Academy, Married Life Management, Christ Ambassadors Reaching Everywhere, CARE, Evangelistic Ministry, and co-founded Tuoshi Consulting Limited, an IT and technology company, Chinda's Grocery Store Limited UK, and Fruitaventure Limited with his wife Chimzi Chinda. He wrote 5 best-selling books: What Can I Do to Make My Marriage Work?, Empowered by the Spirit, Following Jesus Daily as a New Christian Teen Warrior, and The Power of Personal Change. He teaches and mentors young generations to rise to the challenges and changing times, to develop into an accountable and responsible leader of tomorrow with a distinctive and high-performing mindset, while retaining their identity of their best and highest self. He coaches mature single adults, engaged persons, newlyweds, the married, single parents, and the separated to find their unique relationships and personality differences, to responsibly manage and overcome all relationships' pain points, to create and build a relationship that is stable, strong, and satisfying throughout their lives together. He is a passionate street preacher, God lover, and sent as a preacher to declare God's word and deliver God's people from all satanic strongholds due to the captivity of sinful living. He travels with his team on a monthly basis to various cities in the UK, preaching the gospel, winning souls for Christ, and hosting crusades abroad. He considers Pentecostal evangelization as the only greatest and highest calling of his life, while on earth besides his numerous pursuits.
He has been married to his God-fearing, gorgeous, and beautiful wife, Chimsy, for the past 16 years. And they both have two adorable and talented boys, Chris and Cedric. He resides in England, UK, where he oversees all his secular, business, speaking, and spiritual engagements. Join me to welcome Chinda Chinda.
Honorable Chinda, are you in the house?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you so much. I want to say a massive thank you for everyone that have joined today. And I appreciate. Just look at yourself as another opportunity has come for you to stretch your mind and stretch your beliefs and stretch your ability to do something that you probably have not done before. You know what? Everybody was sharing. We all have stories, and our stories are very, very powerful. And it's important as well we understand where we are coming from and the things that we want to do and where we want to go in life. Because if we don't get that right, we might easily be distracted. And at the end of the day, we'll struggle to connect with the root of where we're coming from. So I want you to open your mind, and just know that everything is possible if you believe it's possible. That's a quote that I coined out many years ago. It is possible if you believe it's possible. And then I have another quote that I take very seriously. Also, I coined that out. To succeed, you need to model the succeeded. To succeed, you need to model the succeeded. It's littered all over in my office. And if you believe it's possible, if you think it's possible, if you know it's possible, then it's going to be possible with you. So just imagine waking up every morning knowing that where you are heading in life is the right place you're going, that your goals are so clear, your dreams, your visions, and the things you're looking forward to is within reach, but you're taking it one step at a time, because each day that you act, you walk, you behave, you walk in a certain way, you are getting closer and closer to where you need to be, which is really, really important. So think about your life, where you are now and where you need to be. I came into this country 2004 from South Africa, and it's important you understand the background. A lot of people see me today, and those that are a little bit close to me, they wonder, wow, you got this, got that, you're doing this, you're doing that. But we all had a journey. We all had place we started. I particularly didn't come from a family that had, my father wasn't wealthy, okay, was even polygamous with 36 children. Can you imagine that? He was a farmer. So his ability to reproduce was very, very high. And I was one of those reproduction activities that he was performing those days. And I can tell you, it wasn't easy coming from that environment. And I always say this before I dive into a lot of things I want to share here today. I don't take my faith for granted. Now, people believe different things. People have their different connections. People have their different way of doing things. I'll go to conference. They say they have this epiphany. Something happened. That one happened. Somebody died or whatever. Everybody have where they started from. But I can tell you sincerely, my mindset changed when I encountered Christ. At the age of 16 in Scripture Union Camp in Port Harcourt, I was invited to this camp, and I gave my life to Christ. There was a shift in my life. Because around me, I didn't see any exceptional life. I didn't see any great and incredible way of living. There was a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, a lot of lack. And I remember many times my mom could not afford bread. They always go to the bread factory. That's what they call chaff. The chaff. It's just big. There's nothing inside. And she will cut them and put in different places. And she used a massive bowl with Abiola milk, one of them, and pour inside. And then she would just turn it and pour it in different plates. And we all sit down. My mother had 11 children. So we all sit down on the floor and we just drink it. There's no sugar, there's nothing. It's just horrible. I grew up in poverty that, I used to describe my poverty, supernatural poverty. We have different levels. A poverty that is normal, that God is aware you are poor, God is aware you are lacking things, but in a way you try to survive. The second one is that it's like God is forgetting that you are poor, and Satan is noticing that you are poor. They is getting involved, and the supernatural poverty is where you are choked, you are strangulated by situation and circumstances, and the person in charge of the poverty is the devil, and he wants to make sure you are choked forever. That was my background. But my encounter, 29 July 1996, when I met the Lord in the Scripture Union camp, it changed everything. I started believing there's a possibility. I started reading the scriptures. I started knowing stuff. And luckily, I had some mentors. That is why it's so important as a youth, as someone that is growing up. Unfortunately, adults think they've arrived. Many of them don't have mentors, no coaches, no communities, no systems, and they're just coasting by themselves, knowing that their life, the way lives are, is association, is mentorship, is collaboration, is partnership. The power of combined knowledge and understanding will give you a leverage to go further in life. So these guys took me, they gave me books to read, Zig Ziglar books I was reading at the time, Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking, You Are Born to Win. They started exposing me, and this thing has some elements of Christian perspective in their writing. My mind began to stretch. I begin to realize, wow, this is possible. Something can happen to me, or I can come out of this environment. Everywhere around me was toxic. Poverty left, right, and center, lack, fighting, jealousy, trouble, pain. It was chaotic. But when I knew the Lord, He started shifting my mind. And in the community of Christians, I was able to go to University of Maiduguri. From there, I went to University of South Africa, Pretoria. And from there, the Christian communities and all that, because like, I can't talk about my story without talking about people that helped me, people that saw me, were the same like-minded, faith, supported me. I remember the guy in South Africa, he saw me. I was hungry, no money to do anything. And he just looked at me, he said, "Boy, you're so intelligent. What's happening?" I said, "My parents, there's no money anywhere. I've sold the little land I have. That is why I came. Nothing is happening again." And then in the UK, they have what they call Holiday Maker Visa 2004. And he wrote a letter, brought his bank account, and he said, "Okay, you can go and work there, see if you can raise some money to come back." When I came here, this is how the whole metamorphosis started changing. Somebody looked at me, somebody gave me a leverage opportunity. What if I wasn't in the community of people that could see that I have potential, but I am crippled by finance, crippled by knowledge, crippled by support system? But he came on board and said, "Look, I'm going to be part of this journey." And today, is completely different. And even coming here in the UK, like everybody have said, I didn't know anything. I didn't have any bag. I didn't have any experience, no background, no nothing. The poverty I brought from Nigeria to South Africa, from South Africa, I brought the poverty here. And in the UK, it was incredibly insane. I was kicked out of the house after 6 months arriving in the UK because I couldn't pay my rent. I wasn't working. They were paying me £75 per month. Can you imagine that? In Richmond, in London, and where I was staying was just from one place to the other, carrying my stuff from one place to the other. It was choky. It was painful. It was unbelievable. I remember crying, weeping. I wanted to go back. It was tough. And the one that Brady comments back for me was when I was to go for an interview in Wanterslow. I was staying in Delford, in New Cross. You're familiar with London. I walked for over 3 hours. The interview was by 8 o'clock. I arrived 15 minutes late after walking for over 3 hours using the London map. There was nothing like all those fancy Google stuff and all that. It's very easy to navigate. We use map. And I arrived to that interview 15 minutes late. And this guy just said, "Why are you late?" "Oh, sorry, get out." It was a security job. And they kicked me out of the building. I knelt down before the white man. I begged him because I don't even have £3.20 at that time to buy a whole day ticket, even to go. The money I had in my purse at the time is £1.10. So there's no way I'm gonna take underground. There's no way I'm gonna take the bus because it's not enough. I went to Wanterston station. I wept. I cried. I wept. I cried. And the white people said, "Are you all right?" I'm crying. He said, "Sorry, everything will be all right." I sat down there. It's like my life was tearing before my eyes. The dream of coming to the UK, the dream I was told that there's job here, I can do this, I can do that. My life was literally seeping away in abject poverty. It was unbelievable. Until somebody, when I came back, this guy said, "Okay, carry your load and go and put it in the shed, not in the garage. Rain is falling, snow is falling, it's just messing my stuff up." Because they couldn't put it. It's 2 bedroom, and there are about 6 of them there. So I was just staying in one chair, waiting for when everybody would leave the room. They leave the living room. I would just stay there. And then I would take my shower in their house, go back to the door, go into to this shed where I used something to cover my back so that, things, because it wasn't great. That's all I could have for about 2 years. So I know what it means to have lack. I know what it means to be very poor. I know what it means to suffer. I know what it means to cry. I know what it means not to have even money to even eat. I'm bored. At the time, with barb hair in London, 2004-5, with £1.80, £1.70, depending on where you're going in New Cross or Deptford at the time. I can't barb my hair in the barbing salon. So this guy, Wale, used to come and use razor blade and remove everything. If you see me walking in London, it's like I'm competing with the sun and myself. Who is going to shine past? Because I'm just like Sekura, just moving in the street of London, hungry, tired, frustrated, depressed, everything you can think about. I don't know where you are today. I don't know what is going on with you. I don't know your situation. But if you can see it, you'll see the change that will begin to happen. So where the change started, I started going for events. Somebody introduced me to event in London, free event. When I go there and they say, "Okay, bring money." Before they finish bring money, I've run out of the door. I will walk to London Bridge. I will go to Tottenham. Everywhere I see free events, in London Metro, they used to put it there at the back. So free event, talking about finance, talking about speaker, talking about this one. I will find and I will walk to that place because I don't have money. I started consuming information. I started receiving, my mind started stretching. And I seen that, wow, this could happen. I now reread The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. I also read Born to Win by Zig Ziglar. It stretched me more and more. I read it when I was in Nigeria, but I've forgotten the content. I've forgotten how it's working because poverty and lack. Guys, if you have pictures, if you see my picture in 2004, 5, and 6, you will think I'm HIV. Bones everywhere, pimples all. I don't rub cream. Where cream? Where am I gonna get cream? The way I look now, I'm far younger than the way I was looking in 2004, 5, and 6, and 7. I look very old,
very hungry, it's like rejected, abandoned, forsaken, and just battered with lacks everywhere. I never shopped in anywhere apart from charity shop. My shoes were the shoes that people were rejecting. The clothes I wore cannot be more than £3. It's only British Heart Foundation. All the charity shops I go there, sometimes 80p, 50p. That was how I was living. But guess what? We're talking about the power of vision. Dreams are seeds of possibilities, but vision is the plan that will transform that reality. A dream will inspire you to imagine, and I began to imagine, but a vision will command you to act. Why was I walking? Why was I trekking for an hour, 2, 3 just to go and listen to an event somewhere in London for free, just to begin to see? This dream is not just a whisper of hope, but it's a vision that I want to see fulfilled and change in my life. I remember in that days of lack and pain, I called my back home. There is this telephone at the time, somebody not far from our house, and they called my mom. And they say, please, can you give me 20 pounds? Please, I've not eaten. I'm dying here. I will never forget what my mom said. And that was all she knew. She said, I should go and tell the white people to bring me back for free. That I should tell them, because they say some people, they can bring them back for free in Lagos, and then they will see how we'll follow these trailers coming to Port Harcourt to come back. Because they don't even have 20 pounds to eat. And me, I'm asking for 20 pounds. That please, I should tell the white people to bring me back, because you can see I was sobbing, I was crying, I was in pain. And I never called them again. Dreams is a wish for a better tomorrow. Vision works relentlessly to create it today. The guy that came here without no place to stay was kicked out. By the grace of God, I live in 6-bedroom house, mega big house. How did that happen? The guy that don't have nothing, zero. How did I arrive here? And that's what I'm going to take. I want to be as practical as possible so that you will know the journey. You can get there, but you must anchor clarity to what you want to be, what you want to see, and where you want to go. And that is so powerful. Otherwise, you're just going to keep doing things and keep acting and keep living like this is all there is. So at the time when all this thing was happening, it wasn't easy. It was difficult and very hard. But if you have the vision, so this is where we're going, this dynamic concept in your head. I came from a polygamous home. There was poverty. I have a vision to change that. I have a vision to help my people. Now, people call black tax of helping. Yes, I can still help today, but I still have abundance. So, what is this ideal of where you want to go? Do you know your history? Do you know where you are from? Do you know what happened to you? Do you know how you came to this place? Because if you don't understand where you are coming from, what is your background, then you will just come to the UK and just fold your hand and just be managing and just be setting tiny little goals in your career, in your life. Everything is just so minute, so tiny, where you can stretch and become bigger because the opportunity is for all. So if you don't understand your history, you don't understand your pain, where you're coming from, you will just be living and just be comfortable. I know many people when I came here and I was soft, I keep telling them, a lot of them in London, in Kent, I keep telling those Nigerians, some were here before me, I tell them, I won't be like this in 10 years' time. I won't be like this in 20 years' time. I remember one of them came to me recently By the grace of God, she was able to have access to some of the things I have, the things I'm operating, and she was in my living room on tears. She was weeping. I remember telling her, let's go. Let's move. Let's take this bold step. He said, leave me. Leave me. I'll just stay in my care work. I'll just stay in my care work. What if it doesn't work? What if you don't do this? I say, sis, I'm telling you now. I even offered, when things started changing for me, I even offered to pay for her. Get out of this place. You've got more potential. I know you. We were suffering together. Get out. Let me help you. Forget. I don't even want your husband to pay anything. I will do for you. But she just stayed in that care place. Stayed in that place. She've not bought a house. They are not great. Their life is not fantastic. Everything they still lack. They're still suffering. I say, let's go. And now she came. I said, well, what you know about me today, you don't even know a lot of things about me. You don't even know a lot of things about accumulated. You don't even know a lot of investment. You don't know nothing. You're seeing tiny of me. But that was not where I was. Because she know how I suffered. She know how I came to their house to beg for food. She know how, at the time it was difficult for me, life. I studied here. They kicked me out of the school, University of Greenwich. How many times? 4 times. I can't pay my school fees. I've walked. They say, Chinda. I was in the lab. They came, who is Chinda? I raised my hand. All the whites, all the Chinese, all the India. Please, can you get out of this building? You are not insured. You don't need to be here. And people, oh, Chinda, oh, so sorry. Oh, so sorry. They kick me, no access to the library. Even me graduating in this school, doing a degree here, was unbelievably tough. But the same person that couldn't pay school fees was suffering. Then I started doing pizza delivery, China delivery. I started doing care work, 4 jobs at a time during holiday to see how much I can get before the school term resumed. That same guy came out with first class, with a lot of award, with everything I went through. You know why? Because I know my history. There is poverty at home. You gotta fight. You gotta give all your best. There are people depending on your success. There are people depending to eat, to finish school, to do this. I can't forget my history. I can't forget my people, because I know that maybe I was just given the privilege by God to go ahead and fight to redeem the ones that may not have the privilege I have. So I didn't take my being here for granted. So it was very clear. Vision, the blueprint for your destiny. Vision from where you are now and where you need to go. Something that pushes you, even though I have adversity, because I have a picture. Listen, that's my vision board here. I've got a lot of things here till when I have dreams and goals until when I'm 80 years old. Clearly written on my Google Doc. What I'm doing each year. If you see my goals and vision, you say you are crazy, you are mad. This is 30 years ahead. I don't care. Because I know where I'm going. Nobody can distract me in this life anymore. Not even the devil. Where I'm going is so clear, so vivid, and my goals are not small. They are gigantic, they are crazy, they stretch me, they fear me, but I am moving. The question is, where are you going? Have you defined where you are going with pictures, with plans, with goals? Where you are going? I keep evolving, I keep changing, I keep adding stuff, I keep making it bigger and greater, stretching myself because I know where I'm going. In this country, in Europe, in Africa. I'm not just going to sit down here. I've got a plan for Africa. I've got a plan for Nigeria. And a lot of things I'm doing there secretly, nobody's aware. But it's going to get bigger. People is going to know more when the time comes. I'm not going to play small. For what? Why should I play small? Because the vision is like growth. And for you to move forward in your vision and growth, your mind needs to grow first. There must be mind growth. That's the vision, the picture. Where are you going? What are you doing? How are you going to get there? So if we come into the UK and we just fold our arms, there is power supply here. There is good road. You can eat all your your grapes, your pumpkin, your cucumber. The roads are fine. You can buy a bit of a car around, and you can go around, and you can put on social media. I'm in the UK. You are UK. You are poor. You are UK. There's no financial independence. You are UK. The career is so basic. It's just at the periphery there. You are UK. You have not bought houses. You are UK. There is no stock there's no stocks for you. No shares. There is no. You're just there 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. There is no significance, no relevance to your life, no impact. And I'm UK. That person, no vision. The Bible says, where there is no vision, the people will perish. The question is, what is driving you? Where are you going? That must be very clear. Because it will give you better direction, better motivation, and better fulfillment in life. So the question I want to ask, do you know where you are going financially? Do you know where you are going financially? Because if you don't know where you are going, then it's going to be very, very hard to know how to walk around it. This country is a tax system. Do you know how to pay less tax? Do you know how to enter into a high income generating skills? Do you know how to leverage all the opportunities here and harness, extrapolate something that will align with your potential? Do you know where you are and where you are going? And please, some of us here, you've got a job, you bought a house, you're doing one thing or the other. It's not enough. It's not enough. So wherever you are in your life, it's not enough. There is still a lot in you have not achieved, you have not done. And this is not just about achievement or success. There is something more. To God be the glory. I know how much significance with my tiny little 5 pounds that I'm making in the lives of people. So my vision is not about me. My vision is not about my family. It goes beyond that. It's about fulfillment. Just write down one dream you have had for your career or your life. And I'm going to go a little bit specifics now. Just write down. Where do you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years? Which career path do you want to go into? What exactly do I want to achieve? Because if you are clear on where you are going, you start aligning yourself to that. And I can't speak about, I know talking about career life, it could be health, it could be finance, it could be wellness, it could be personal development, it could be all sorts of things. But the question is this, do you know where you are now and where you need to be? There's a lot of deficiency in me. There's a lot of inadequacy in me. There are a lot of things I don't know. There's a lot of skills I'm here to when I do my skills audit, things I need to uplift, things I need to do. How can I get better at this and that and that? We got to do that every year. So where are you today and where do you need to be? And how do I take the first step? In my career, all my life has been medical field. University of Maiduguri, human anatomy. University of South Africa, human physiology. University of Greenwich, biomedical science. Now, everything about me, and it was very parental influence back home because they want me to be a doctor and have hospital in Port Harcourt and all that because my elder brother eventually became a doctor, have hospital in Port Harcourt, and he wanted Dr. Chinda 1, Dr. Chinda 2, blah, 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 blah. And, it was a good thing. But see, because I know my purpose now, because I understand where I was going, this is very important. So when I finished and I had admissions to do PhD, so I got this PhD in Imperial College with collaboration research program with University of Harvard in Boston, and it was on gene sequencing to isolate cancer cells, to isolate cancer. So cancer apoptosis. Now, my background, I'm very good with gene sequencing in genetics, and that was the model they want to use for that research. So when we went there, I was the only black, 4 white, 2 Indians, and 1 Chinese. And at the end of the day, competing with people from Oxford, from UCL and other, but I came out at the top and I was given that. But guess what? This is what I'm saying, very powerful. I told the Professor Green from the US, I don't want to do this. I started year one. I said, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want my life to be in America, 2 years in London, finish in the US, postdoc, being in the lab in Harvard. Yes, it's great. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. But is that in alignment to my purpose and the direction of God in my life? I wanted to do that for pride. I wanted to do that for show. I wanted to do that for accolades and award. So I told the professor, I won't continue. They were shocked. They said, what? Chinda? No. This is one of the greatest opportunities of your life. I said, well, thank you. I understand. But that's not for me. Because my motive is not to even help people. And it doesn't align with who I am. I'm sanguine choleric. I can't be in an environment that is not dynamic. Test tube, test, that one. Very monotone, repetitive. It's going to kill me. And I didn't want that. There are people that are gifted and talented for that. For me, I can do it. I got the PhD offer. I got the scholarship. But that is not who I am. So I did not go ahead pursuing a PhD to America and to be in Harvard oncology department for the rest of my life. So it was a bold step. They gave me 90 days. Go and think about it, because they thought something was happening to me. But no, nothing was happening to me. So guess what? Now, I'm in the IT world. Also through association, collaboration, I realize that in the IT world, the technologies are fierce. They are changing. I love change. Change is, I love it. The thing is changing fast. So I need to keep up with a lot of things. So I started getting into business analyst. So wow, even no project was the same, different requirements, different way of doing things. Even the tools were getting better. I said, why, this is lovely. It aligned with my personality of change all the time. That's why I wrote a book that is called The Power of Personal Change. Because I love change a lot. So you can see that my career path changed from all this, going to all these 3 universities, medical this and here and there. I now ended up in IT. I never went to university, but I was ferocious in course, in learning, in growing, and to be better. And as I entered into IT, the game changed. I can tell you now. Now, not everybody is called to do that, but the game changed for me. Oh my goodness. Somebody was earning 20,000 pounds in NHS. Within a year, went to from 20,000 pounds to 140,000 pounds. What? Really? The money blew my mind. I said, no way. Is this true? Is this me? Do you know what I was able to do? My family back home, my mom, my brothers, everything changed. My life here changed. And then I started associating with the Indians, associating with the Chinese, started looking at all these guys that are doing this stuff. I knew a guy working in the place I was working, and this guy makes 89,000 pounds a month. He's a lead enterprise architect. Wow. I said, wow, 89,000 pounds as a consultant to Vodafone Business. They pay you almost 3 grand a month, a day. What, a day? What is it? Is it normal? You can't be in that environment and you are playing small. Why are you playing small? Now somebody that paying 200 pounds a day or 300 pounds or 500 pounds one time, and you're, wow, great, whoa, the head is popped off and all that is showing off. What are you saying? There are people that they don't even show anything. This is nothing. It's nothing. So your dream must be clear where you are going. By 20, you have very clear. For instance, by 2028, I want to live in Paris. working as a marketing strategist for a global company, I will start by improving my French and networking with international professionals. See, you need to be very clear of where you are going. So if it is in your career, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now, this career I'm doing, is it okay for me? Is it family oriented? Is it my purpose oriented? Does it help me? And because I'm in the IT from a consulting perspective for almost 12, 13 years now, after I left the medical field, a lot has happened. I didn't sit down in the IT place and just fold my arms. No. How can I be better? Now, I'm turning my company now to a full-fledged consulting company, engaging some Indians and Chinese, strategizing on how to bring people, and let's form a massive, insane AI, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, software development, big data. Let's all come together. Fine, I'm the founder and the guy behind this stuff, but let's all put head together and drive a competitive consulting firm in this country. Start bidding for government project of 2 million, 5 million, 10 million, and then know how we can manage the delivery. So I'm leaving the place of, hey, let's just get 500 pounds today. Oh, 700 pounds today. No. I don't want that anymore. I want something more. How did all these guys start? How is info started in India? How did Google start? You have to dream? And I see something bigger than myself. Hence, collaboration is needed. Partnership is needed. Get the finest in their area. Let's come together and let's have some crazy consulting IT firm. Because there's so much money to be made there. Technologies are changing all this. You see, this is my own vision. This is where I'm going. I'm being real and practical about it. So where you are, is it clear what you want to achieve in that career? Do you know your deficiency in that career? Because I know some area, I can't do all. Cybersecurity, software development, big data, artificial, I can't do all. I focus in the area that I'm okay. Let's get the other ones formed together and let's do some mega stuff. Because I've already seen people doing it in the UK. I'm already seeing other Indians in China. Why can't I do it? Who said I'm banned from doing it? And hence, we're doing it. In your financials, in your finances, what is the plan? What are you doing about it? Do you have goal for your finance? Because I have goal for my finance. I want to be a multi-millionaire in the UK. Not in Naira, multi-millionaire in pounds. How do I become a multi-millionaire? How many houses do I need to buy? I was challenging some guys like this. Say, listen, guys, look, yeah, fine, buy a house by myself. Can we come together? Let's come together. You, okay, you have a good job, I have a good job. Let's bring 1,000 pounds every month. Gather together. In 1 year, all of us together, we will get 200,000 pounds. Fine, with 200,000 pounds capital, no bank, no interest rate, no credit checking. Come together, let's get this 200, 300,000 pounds as we gather, depending on our capacity, divide the percentages, and let's start buying house in auction. Repair it, flip the property, put the 40,000 out, do another one. We can go to Europe, we buy land, we keep it. We go to Nigeria, we go to Kenya, we go to somewhere, buy land of 20,000 pounds, drop it there, because it's an ecosystem of partnership of men that bring their resources together to drive financial independence. Let's stop doing this thing all by myself. Oh, Chinda have 2 houses. Oh, Chinda have 10 houses. No, what does that mean? It's great, but look, when you bring your resources, I bring my resources, we strategically form something, we'll be able to have liquid cash, 500,000 pounds, and we keep using it. We go to Liverpool, we go to Scotland, we go here, we do this, we do that, we do something. We don't need the bank. We don't need any bank. The Indians are doing it. The Chinese are doing it. What is wrong with my people? Why can't we do it? But because we don't trust ourselves. That can be a goal. And I thank God I've seen men of caliber that understood that, listen, Chindadi's vision is great. Let's do this. And I was amazed. Many people are signing up. Let's come together and generate 500,000 pounds together in 12 months. And then let's forget the credit checking. Forget the bank. Forget the interest rate. Forget all these guys. Let's do our thing. Cash with our money. Do you know what we can achieve? I know 4 guys that bought 31 houses in 24 months. Real, in the UK, in London. How did they do it? Why can't Chinda and his guys do the same thing? Why? Vision, strategy, plan. So don't settle for less. Have the clarity in your finance. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to achieve? How much saving do you need to have? It's all planning. In your health, what do you want out of your health? What do you want to do? Where you want to get to? Very clear. What do you eat? How do you want to impact your community? How do you want to be well? How do you want to... Very clear life goals, very strategic life goals. Be very plain about it. How many times do you want to travel? Do you know how many Nigerians that are here? Just few people travel. Many of them don't travel. Because of what? Why are you not traveling? Do you know what traveling does to your mind? Do you know what traveling does to your brain? Some people might say, well, Chinda, you're talking because you have been here for 20 years. When I was even poor, I went to France with my student visa. How much was to go to France? Eurostar. I couldn't even use the plane. I just went to St. Pancras, take the Eurostar. I just wanted to go to another country. How is France? How is the area? Because I don't want to stay here. From there, okay, let's go to Germany. How much is it? Exploration, adventurous mindset, seeing the skyscrapers, the way the people behave, they talk, how they are, it stretches your mind. But some of Nigerians, they just come here. The only place they go is Nigeria. That's not good enough. All holidays, Nigeria. That's not good enough. Stretch your mind. But all these things are goals, right? Because it will inspire you. It will move you to start doing things. So what is the implication why this vision is very clear? All these things that I've said for my life to the day I'm 80 years old. Even when I die, I've got plans. I've written it down. I've told my wife, told my children. I put it in a will. Many Nigerians in the UK, they don't have a will. I know where I will be buried. It's very clear. I'm not taking anything for chances. I've written what you're going to put on my tombstone. Nobody's going to just write whatever they want to write there. No. This is what I want written on my tombstone. This is what I want. This is how I want. Because I don't know. But I keep pushing. Plan, vision, legacy, strategy. I don't live my life anyhow anymore. After I lost my sister, I've lost my father. I lost 16 people in my family. Out of the 36 children, 16 have died. I am insanely fearless, unapologetic. I respect people, but you can't push me around no more, ever. No, no, no. Now I want to live by purpose. I want to focus on what God wants me to do with my life. I want to drive growth, drive impact. I want to preach the gospel. I want to go all over the world. The vision is insane. I was calculating how much do I need to do certain things for the gospel of Christ. I calculated with my friend and we came out to 15 million pounds. That money is coming. Hence, the strategic partnership, the strategic plan, because I need 15 million pounds for the impact on a particular phase of my life. But I'm not going to be begging people, you must give me. No. How do I generate that fund? What seed do I need to plant? What company, what investment, what do I need to do? Because I need that 15 million pounds for what is in this place that I need to do. You think 15 million pounds is a lot of money? It's nothing. Is it possible to achieve it? Yes. I just have the plan, put it together, and let's start going one step at a time. Because I want to leave this world with something about me living. I don't want to just go through this world anyhow. Hence, my visions are very clear. And no one can distract me. No one can push me around. No one can boss me around. I know where I'm going. If it doesn't align, you will not see me there. I'm not living for anyone anymore. I'm living for God, purpose, value, and legacy. That's where I'm going. But that makes you to focus all your energy in that place. Meaningful pursuit. Attract the right opportunities that will align with your goal, with your vision. It helps you to build confidence. You won't be wasting time, resources, lack of progress. Look, why are you going to be envying somebody? Jealousy, envy. Why? No. When I was in London, that I was poor, that Satan was in charge of my poverty, I didn't envy anyone. I saw people with cars. I saw people that bought houses, Nigerians. I saw people around. Didn't envy anyone, but I was in pain. Does it mean that it's not going to get my turn? Oh, yes, by the grace of God. It's my own turn now, but I'm not standing here. I still keep moving strategically with clear vision and plan. Can I ask you, in the next 10 years, where will you be? In the next 20 years, where will you be? Where will you be in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? One of my mentors said, Chinda, and that's why I produced that goal till I'm 80 years old. His own goal is till 100 years old, one of my mentors. And when I saw his goal, it blew my mind. I see crystal so clear. He said, look, when you have something like this, you will not live anyhow. So I developed my own till 80 years, but I refine it. I modify it. If I didn't get this, I keep going. The goal is not going to change, but the strategy and method might change. And because the goal is so big and wide, I don't have time to waste. I strategically keep moving. Your dreams are valid where you need to be. But the question is this: how are you going to get there? Fine. You need to be clear. Clarify your vision. By 2030, I will be a senior data scientist or whatever, empowering, for instance, African communities through technology. That can be a goal. That can be where you want to be. By 2030, I want to have 10 houses, 5 in Scotland, 5 in the UK, and in Nigeria, I want to have 500 acres, 500 plots of land. You know, someone told me something, that was last year. A father bought a land in Spain, 76 acres in 1952, 4,000 pounds in 1952, 4,000 pounds for 76 acres of land in Spain, not too far from the sea. The father has mechanic shop, Britain, white, mechanic shop. So he was able to use that to raise that money. And he had one son. He told his son, the land in Spain is not for you. It's what is going to come out of you for the grandkid. 1952. The son had a child, a girl, just one child, girl, British. And now, last year, she finished. She's working in London. She's a property lawyer. The grandfather said, when she's above 30, or any of your children above 30, that's when you divide, that's when you do whatever, because you know he's going to have one child. So, exactly as the grandfather said, he's dead. The father handed everything over to the girl. 31 years old last year. She told the father that she doesn't want to do anything in Spain. She wants to sell the property. Guess, 1952 and 2004, the land was sold to one of the biggest Spain property company for 231 million pounds, not naira, not dollars, not euros, 231 million pounds. The girl is 31 years old. That's what we call, vision in its finest. That thing triggers something in me. My friend, the British guy that told me, he now went to Portugal and bought 120 acres of land, sold one of his property in the UK and bought that land, and now told his wife, his kids are like 4, 6 years old. He said, this one's is for your grandchildren. Now his own was a little bit expensive, got it almost like 400,000 pounds. But wait a minute. Do you know what that is worth? When he told me that, I said, my goodness, I never thought of that. I went to repeat the same thing in Nigeria as well. You know, I'm not going to sit here. I went to repeat it in a very secret location. All the paperwork completed, signed, sent to me by DHL, and give the land for people to be farming. This is for my grandchildren too. You see, association of information and strategy. Just somebody told him, he acted. He told me, I acted. Now, you might not even buy 10, 24 acres of land. Even if it's just 5 acres of land, just keep it somewhere. 10 acres of land, 20, 40 acres of land, just keep it somewhere. Vision. Vision. So very clear. Where do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? And why is this important to you? Be very, very clear. Break it down. Very vivid. The goal, step you need to take, the timeline, resources needed, accountability. Now, I'm privileged to be in a group where I pay money every year to check things with me. But it wasn't like that at the beginning. And in this group, if I don't perform, they kick me out. That's what I signed for. So I have no choice than to do what I say I will do, because I will lose that money from being there every year. They will kick me out. And the moment they review my achievement, my performance, I am not meeting the target of what they set for me in my life in all these areas, they will kick me out. But it's quite an expensive group to be. But you know why I'm in there? People just wonder, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I? Sometimes I'm just quiet. I may not even tell you what I'm doing. Because what's the point? I don't need to announce everything. But somebody is also holding me accountable. You say this 80 years time, well, this is it. Where are you going? In the finance side, what is going on there? In this one side, what is going on there? In this side, what's going on there? Examining, checking things, holding you accountable. So it's really important to know exactly what you need to do and getting the right system in place, the right mentors and the peers and the role models. Brothers, sisters, wherever you are, please don't go alone. That's why I thank God for this community my brother is talking about. It's really an important place to be. Don't go alone. You won't go very, very far. You will be fast. You will try. Since collaboration becomes something in my mind, since joining forces together, the progress in some areas is faster for me now than when I was going all by myself. But you can start from yourself and know how to leverage when that thing comes. People of the same mind. I want to say this before I wrap up. Doesn't matter where you are right now. What matters is, are you clear of where you are going? In the United Kingdom here, this country is a tax-stricken country. And just to be aware, this country, they will give you £5, but they will take £10 from you. It's a systemic, strategic plan from HMRC to take almost everything from you. So they pay you and you give them back. They pay you and you give them back. They pay you and you give them back. So if you don't have a strategy and a plan on how to give them back and keep some or put some somewhere or have a combined strategic collaboration group to do certain things, you will just give them, collect, give them, collect, give them, collect. Let me tell you, I've been here for over 20 years. I know people, Nigerians in the UK, that were here before me. Now they are 30 years, they are 25 years. They are still giving and collecting, giving and collecting, giving and collecting. And they are like that, but they are here. Oh, what? Oh, I've got my British passport. I'm in the United Kingdom. So wonderful. Yes, so I'm in the UK. Yes. And then they talk to people back home. You see them screaming and shouting, posting online, whatever, feeling like they have arrived. And yet, if you shake them, if you look at the bedrock, there is nothing there. It's just empty noise, empty drum, no substance. The people that have something don't even make a lot of noise. So be clear. Vision, goal, action, result, fulfillment. Vision, goal, action, result, fulfillment. If you can just understand this pathway, vision, goal, action, fulfillment. In your marriage, vision, goal, action, fulfillment, result, fulfillment. Career, vision, goals, actions, result, fulfillment. In your finance, vision, goal, action, result, fulfillment. Personal development, vision, goal, action, result, fulfillment. In your health, vision, goals, action, result, fulfillment. Crystallize it, make it clear so that when you see it, it pushes you. It makes you to move forward. And I can tell you, the fact you're in this country or you're watching from somewhere else does not stop you from achieving optimum success, optimum use of your potential and abilities. The question I'm going to ask you now is this: where are you going again? Do you have a plan where you are going? Please don't tell me it's in my head. Don't tell me it's one flimsy paper. Is it very clear? Is it very, very clear? You read it every morning, every day. Do you have it on Google Sheet? Can you update the plan? This thing is more than 10 years. It's still changing. It's still modifying. Still reprinting it back again. That's what I've been doing. And guess what? The only way to measure that something is happening to you, you have a vision, is growth. The metrics that show that you have a vision is your growth. Are you growing? And the lower metrics of your growth is goals that you've achieved. But that cannot happen without the mind growth first. Where do you see yourself in the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years? Where are you going to be? If you have to change anything, change it. If you have to change career, change it. If you have to strategize with people, change it. Are you in Scotland? How many of you that are there? Are you aware if each person give 200 pounds if you're 10? Right? Whether you're 10 or depending on what number you have, 200 pounds for 10 people every single month. Do you know that's 24,000? 500 pounds every month for 15 people. That's 36,000. You see? 10 people giving 500 pounds every month. That's 60,000. But you might not get it by yourself. 15 people giving 500, that's 90,000 pounds. Do you know what these 15 people can do with the same mindset? I challenge you, you can buy 5, 10 houses in the next 24 months if the right people are there. Listen, even if you're doing care work, if you're doing security, delay gratification, get some things out of there. You can start somewhere and start making progress. It's not about something where you are working. I know people doing great jobs, making great money, but they are poor as hell. No substance. They have not achieved anything. But yet, they've got this big car. They've got this car. They're paying for these mortgages, whatever. But nothing really significant because they are not strategic on what they are doing. This is January. Can you get 5 people together, 10 people together, put 200 pounds together? At the end of this year, it's 24,000. Do you know that you can buy a house of 24,000? You can buy a house 15,000, 20,000. You guys can start there. You can do that every year. So these 10 people can buy a house every year, cash, no mortgage, no interest rate, cash, and you begin to appreciate in value. Up north, Glasgow, different parts of, Scotland is definitely where you can buy. If you want to buy a house, you can buy so many houses in that place if you have right strategy and right mindset. Yes, the appreciation might not be as in London or Southeast or close to this area in England, but it may not be the one you find in Edinburgh or Aberdeen or Glasgow, major cities, Dundee, wherever. But the interesting thing is, if you know how to plan and strategize with the right mentorship, you'll be having cash flow. So every year you guys buy one house, the cash flow is coming, they put somebody there, turn it to Airbnb or do HMO, whatever you want to do. People are traveling. It's strategy, vision. Agree together. Know where you are going with this. And nobody's going to cheat you here. It's in the law, black and white. Write it here. There's no whatever cheating. I don't trust him. No, this is not about trust. It's about the law in England, in the United Kingdom. Everybody have their percentage. Get a limited company, partnership. Everybody come together. Let's move. So at the end of the day, Whether you are working, you are getting small residual income by the side. And property is a big thing here. You guys can come together, agree. We're going to buy a house in Portugal. We're going to buy land somewhere. We're going to Kenya. There is a lot of opportunities everywhere in Africa, everywhere in Asia, everywhere here. But you got to see, you got to plan, you got to strategize. Otherwise, you just live your life in a bare minimum. But that's not God's plan. Where there is no vision, the people perish. I want to appreciate everyone here today. And thank you for giving me audience.
Can we show Chinda some love? Let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate him, please. Please, if you have felt like they say some things are taught and some things are caught, did you catch anything? You know, I've just been like this all through. I had to take off my glasses, take off everything that I was just like this all through, listening, taking notes. Please, some things are taught, some things are caught. What did you catch, please? I would like to hear from you. I would like to hear from you. Some things are taught and some things are caught. There's some things he did not say, but you caught it. You caught it. If you want to share with us, please, this is a community. We're not reporting it. There's no HR, there's no policy. If you want to unmute your mic and tell us what you caught, because when you say it, you reaffirm it and your spirit man holds on to it. So who would like to share what they caught today?
I would like to say something.
Please go ahead, sir.
My name is Wale Ologbonri by name. First and foremost, I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Shinda. And to start with, what really glued me to him first was the life of Christ in him. Because, you know, when he started talking about how he got an encounter, giving his life to Christ, that it is a big thing for me. It's a big thing for me. Because without Christ, there will be crisis. And I think all he has been able to achieve through his words, he has attached them to having known Christ first. And I really thank God for your life, sir. God will continue to expand you and enlarge you.
Thank you.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Then to Mr. Emeka, I now see why your life is like this. Because you can't have an encounter with a man like this and ever remain the same. I'm not saying this to flatter him. You know, when you told us that when you met this person, things turned around, I could see that. And I thank God for your life too, Mr. Emeka, for having an encounter with Mr. Chinda. And it's the same encountering we are having now. And I believe all of us on this platform this morning, things are going to be changed without any doubt in my mind. So going back to what the question you asked us, I wrote a lot of things down, you know, and in his talk, he talked about vision elaborately. And I read in the book that says, a man of vision is like a madman to everybody until his vision is accomplished. I can't remember the book I read it. I read a lot of books, and I thank God that he emphasized that a man of vision is like a madman to everybody around him, because they don't know what he's doing, but he knows where he's going. I know what he has said to achieve. Thank God for re-emphasizing that to me, you know, Mr. Shinda. God bless you.
Thank you,
one more time. And at the same time, I reckon with your background, because you said something emphatically. If you don't know where you are coming from, you probably wouldn't know where you are going. And that is a key for me. You know, I also came out from a very big family, a family of 4 wives and 21 children. And something that happened, I will share it. At a point in my life, I look at my brothers. I saw some patterns I didn't like in them. You know, when I was growing up, I thought they were not serious. I thought they got it from somewhere. But it was when I grew up to some certain age, I could picture what was the problem. And I never wanted that to repeat in my life. You know, I really working on that, and I thank God for talking about background. It's very important because many of us we forget our background so soon. And as an African man, especially in my own dialect as a Yoruba man, they say you should know where you're more anything one shape or symbol. I don't know whether for those who don't speak Yoruba, I'm sorry for that. You know, God bless you, Mr. Shinda. God bless you. Then you like correctly also said, please pardon me. You talk about your being encouraged to go for PhD, but you took a reverse gear. You know, that is also very important. So many of us we go with crowd. Everybody is doing this, everybody is doing that, and because we don't have the vision being cleared, like we have said elaborately, we don't have the vision being cleared, we'll go with the crowd, and that gets us to a wrong destination. I love the fact that you emphasize that and you have opened a new chapter in my mind. It's not because everybody is doing care. That is where there is COS, that is where there is this, and we all vex that. I just came into UK a year and 3 months now. A year and 3 months. Even though I've been planning to travel out since 2004, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Only God knows why. But I came into UK last year. It's just about a month, a year and 3 months now. But really, to you, sir, I'm a real estate person in Nigeria. And so many people have been advising me, including Emeka, Sheun, Olabode, that I do this in Nigeria. I could replicate the same thing here in UK. But I know it might not be that easy at the initial stage. I can't compare myself with you people who have been here over 21 years. You know, they say a house does not build in a day. It's just, you know, by putting one block after the other, then you eventually get there. If you have your vision cleared.
Yes.
As you said, if you have your vision cleared, God bless you for that. And another thing, I'm sorry for my time. Another thing you said that really, you know, is eating me right now, and I can't even hold myself. Right association. You talk about right association. You know, the kind of mindset you decide or you make up your mind to go along with. It takes a long thing. It does a lot in one's life and progress. So I will ask you a question before I go further. You know, seeking this right association, getting the right people, the people of like mind together with you to face a goal and get it done. How can one do that? You know, just, you know, less than a year or a year in UK.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you see, this is one thing I say to people, right? Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate you, sir. God bless you, sir. One of the things I keep saying, if you don't know where you're coming from and you don't know who you are, then anything goes, right?
Yes, sir.
If you don't know where you're coming from and you don't know who you are, anything goes. Now I'm gonna give. I'm privileged to have multiple talent. Emeka knows I don't have one talent. I don't have two. I don't have three. I don't even have five. I have a lot of talent. Now, I was privileged to find out this talent by engaging in a lot of things, by doing different things, because sometimes you can't even discover your talent until you get involved in different things and you say, wow, this one comes so easily. Oh, this one, there's some interest there and all that. But you have to do that to get this. So let me use one aspect of my one aspect of my life, which is I'm a crazy evangelist. I'm mad in soul winning. Just this is one aspect of my life. Now,
God bless you, sir.
Me coming here, I realized that there's so many people that are close to me. They don't preach. They are shy. They don't even speak. Everybody's busy whatever they're doing. But from back home, they used to call me the mad boy in Port Harcourt because I preach like I'm mad everywhere. And then I come here, I don't want that to die. So even in my poverty, my suffering, my crying, I was still telling people about Christ. So how did I form the association? I realized that there are some few white people here that they love to talk about God, they love to share. So I had to register to learn on how to do that here. So I registered for Christ for All Nations to do their evangelist fire camp training. And that was how I went into that ecosystem. And there I realized there are some passionate
men and women, if boys, girls, teenagers, my goodness, young adults, really red hot for God. That really, I say, wow, this is lovely. And then from there again, I went to do Maurice Ororo evangelist training. I did there, I joined them. I went again, I registered here to do the Billy Graham evangelist training. I became part of them, right? So you see, and then I went to register for T.L. Osborne Holy Spirit Empowerment Deliverance Training. I went there again. Now, then there's another guy called Ray Comfort. He's a street, one of the, I think we call him the father of street evangelism in the modern era stroke this time. Absolutely genius. Bringing thousands to Christ every year on the street, traveling all over the world. He just traveled to win souls on the street from different cities. And I registered and I went into his ecosystem. Now, listen. By doing that, what am I doing? I started sharpening what is inside of me to adapt to know how do you do it here. Maybe my methodology in Port Harcourt and my madness might not be where it is done here. How can I infiltrate these people? How can I get in? So I learned the culture, I learned the ways through the power of the Holy Spirit, started getting myself involved, associating with them. And now, which you saw in the video, I lead a team. Last year, we brought 341 souls to Christ. We traveled to 33 cities in 2024. And out of the 341, 320 is British white. And they are all in different churches. Some of them write to me, we have been trained on how to integrate them to churches. This is my training. Now, I'm in this group, WhatsApp group, we're online, we travel. So now, with that, it has sharpened that area of my life. And we meet regularly. So that is one side. But guess what? I went to them. They didn't come to me. This is very important.
Yes, sir.
I went to them. They didn't come to me. So if you want to start forming collaborations, and guess what? Within these things that I've done, I've got mentors from Canada, from USA. This next week I'm traveling to the evangelist conference in San Diego in America for Maurice Ororo. I'll be there next weekend. Now, I've got mentors there. And when I go now, I'm going to show them, they want me to provide reports. What did you do in 2024 for Christ? How many souls did you win? Right? How many souls did you win? How did you come about these people? What did you do? They want me to do a video to summarize everything and also to give them a booklet. I don't have anyone here with me. I would have shown you like a magazine. That is because I've got a mentor now. And these mentors, they are also evangelists, winning thousands and thousands of people in Christ all over the world. And now I want to integrate I'm not in Nigeria now. I'm here. So I can't focus on winning souls, just Nigerians. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I have to look for ways on how I can make that happen. So by engaging and getting involved and knowing what they are doing. Now, for those people, whether in your career, I give example, medical. So by the time I realized that this IT, how did I get into IT? My wife studied biomedical information technology. We're in the same school. So my wife now got her first contract job, University of Nottingham. I was surprised. They paid my wife £23,500 for 3 months job. I said, wait a minute. And then she said, look, but this is very good. And that was them, what the contract or whatever. I went to do the training in London. In fact, you won't believe it. The training prior to my wife doing this stuff, it was our rent money. I called the landlord. I said, landlord, do you mind if I don't pay you for 2 months? Because I want to gather the money. Please, sir. I beg him. He said, okay. Now, you have good relationship with your landlord. But I have to ask, it shall be given unto you. I used the money to go and do training in London for 1 week. And then I started practicing online, joining the online course and all that. Then I looked at people doing IT then. I was living in Sheffield, and then I started associating with people doing business analysts, IT and all that. They started mentoring me, telling me what to do and all that stuff. And that was how I went into the IT world, getting those mentorship. So you see, from that changing that getting it through my wife, then went into IT, getting people around me to that are already doing it. And they start asking questions, getting involved. And then things begin to evolve, and then I started doing more courses, started learning, started growing, and now it has gone to another level. Now we're talking about doing or setting up a consultancy firm that is even mega and massive than whatever I've ever done.
Yeah.
So, but it all started by having that desire, going to meet the people. All these people didn't come to me, I went to them. So you see the strategy. Now let me give example. My finance. Now I knew that I need more finance. I want to buy a house. Okay, how do I start? I started going for property events in London. They are free. Some of them are free. Some of them are online. Go to Eventbrite.
Right.
You see a lot of property stuff. How to buy a house free. If they tell you to pay, you don't have money. No problem. Thank God, Jesus Christ. Money will come the day you will pay for their course. But get the free nugget first. Start exchanging your mind. And then I say, okay. I told my wife that, see, apart from what the house I'm gonna live in, I want 6-bedroom house. I want big house. This thing is gonna cost us almost £1 million. How is it gonna happen? I said, don't worry. Now, sometime my wife will be telling me, oh, let's go and buy 4-bedroom. I said, no, let's go and buy 3-bedroom. I said, I want 6-bedroom. I want big house because I'm having something in my head. By the time we buy, after some time, I want to leave that house. I want to turn the house to HMO, turn my house to 10 rooms and suite, whereby somebody will be living there one, and they have Amazon, big Amazon here. The Honda is around us here before they left. Then we have the workers from Mini Cooper. So big companies around me, and my friend is doing it. And he told me, Chinda, this is strategic. This is good. Every time they are taking his house, it's making crazy money. And when the guy explained to me, I said, this is my vision. So I started learning. How much do I need for deposit? How much do I need for this? How much do I need to save? What do I need to do? If you want a house of 6-bedroom, how long is it going to take you to get the deposit? What about my credit score? What do I need to get? You need to take credit, begin to pay small. My mobile phone. You see, I started learning the culture on how to get that thing I want, right? Not just talk. I start doing it. And by the grace of God, when the house now came for me to buy, I went to the plot. I put my leg in that plot. There's nothing there. I said, this plot is mine. This is mine. And I keep speaking it. I keep saying it. In fact, see, if I tell you testimony, people keep shocking. I think I'm good to share this. Maybe this will help somebody here. When we wanted to buy that, because my wife was giving me some pressure, buy house. So we decided to go and buy a 5-bedroom house. Listen, this is very powerful. I'm telling you true story. And then we have put some part of deposit for the house. We have paid money because they are building the house from scratch. Our bathrooms and all that, the homes and everything, how I wanted it. I was going to walk and I was driving on the motorway. The Holy Spirit came to me and said, don't buy that house. It was clear on the road. You see, this is how you know when God speaks to you. Everything is spiritual in this life. Many people think on buying a house, why do you need to hear from God? Where to live, why do you need to hear from God? It's deadly. So I know that we've already paid huge money. Why am I not going to buy the house? I was just telling you, he didn't give me an answer. Why I shouldn't buy the house? So when I came back, I was so afraid to tell my wife that Holy Spirit said we should not buy the house. You know, women, and the curtain will be like this. This is the kitchen area. They divide, all the decoration, she's already planning. But guess what? I refused. I was in quiet time another time. He came back again. Chinda, don't buy the house. So what is this one again? I didn't listen. We continued doing to buy the house. Then I had a dream. Very clear. I bought that house, double garage, big 5-bedroom house, and I drove my car in front of the garage. I was coming out. As I was approaching the door, the entire house turned to snake. I said, what? Big. I said, what? I ran. I woke up in the dream. My wife was lying by my side. I now woke my wife up. I said, love, you see that house? I'm not buying it. My wife stood up. He said, in the middle of the night, what? I say, love, I'm not buying it. God have told me first time on the motorway, I refuse. Quiet time, I refuse. Now again, he has come in the dream. I don't know what is in that house. I don't know what is in the area. I am not buying it. And my wife knows how God speaks to me. And I always explain her so she know that it's true. God have spoken to me, because I can't just go. And remember, the money is not refundable. All the thing I pay is gone. My brother, it was difficult. I said, okay. So my wife agreed that I will not buy it. She wasn't happy at all. She wasn't happy with God. She wasn't happy with me. She wasn't happy with the Holy Ghost. She's just like, why are they always talking to you every time? They just changing the plan. I said, well, I'm the priest here, and the priest need to hear from God. So my brother, guess what? I left it. One day, couple of weeks later, I was driving to work on the same motorway. You know what the Holy Spirit told me? Say, did you remember when you came to survey the land of Swindon? There was a place you passed through. They put a billboard there that farm, that area, they will be building house in the future. Did you remember? My brother, it's 4 years ago. While we are still renting. I said, yes. So I was coming back from work. I went through there. Listen, they are finishing the place. The last part of the house, there's 6 bedroom in the entire 800 house. That 6 bedroom was there. The last one, the house was going for 550,000 pounds. And when I went there, I went to the place. See the way God works. May God help us not to leave God and to involve God in our life. I don't know how I'm gonna say this thing. I know that most people think that God is old school in this country. God is not required. Holy Spirit is like they're just playing with God and messing. They are just doing things anyhow. God is not involved. No consulting, no leading, no nothing. They are just being psychology, anatomy, science, humanism. Nothing is deadly. I'm telling you. I cannot emphasize this more. If you are here and your relationship with God is not intact, if you are not united, that place where God speaks, you have fellowship, meditate on His word, know what He wants for your life and family. You are just going to be robbing yourself. Don't behave like Muslim. Don't behave like Hindu. Don't behave like atheist. Don't behave like agnostic. Behave like a believer. I can tell you, it will pay off. I went into that place, and guess what? They told me about the house. It just came out of my mouth. They say, yeah, this is the last 6 bedroom. I asked them, was 6 bedroom? They said, my wife was there. My wife was not there. I just went in there and I said, this is how they say 550,000 pounds. This is bedroom, brand new. We're about to build it. That's the plot, blah, blah, blah. You know what I told them? I said, I was told that the house would be for 435,000 pounds. They look at me. They said, I don't understand. What do you mean? We just say it's 550,000 pounds. All the 5 houses were sold that price. Why do you think yours is 435 pounds? It's the same thing, design, everything. I said, yeah, that's what I'm going to buy it for. The 3 white people just laugh at me. Say, this guy is lunatic. Like, he's crazy. So I told them something. Please, can you send email to the national? They have geographical sales directors. I say, take it to the one in charge of all the houses all over the United Kingdom, that somebody wants to buy the remaining plot for 435,000 pounds instead of 550,000. Please, can you minus 550,000 minus that? Do you know what? They say, okay, but they know the answer. It will never happen. They send the email on Tuesday. Sorry, on Monday. Tuesday morning, the national director replied them here in Sweden. They say, approved. They were shocked. Like, they were shocked. Like, what? No way. So they called me that, please, can I come to the office that they have good news for me? When I was coming back from work, I went there. They say it's been approved. One of the white lady there, she's a Christian, a believer. She sensed what was going on here. She has worked here for 18 years. They have never seen this kind of discount. No way. She called me by the side. She said, are you a Christian? I say, yes. She said, the British woman said, are you aware that God is the one doing this? I said, yes. She said, I've never seen anything like this, working for this company for 18 years. Now, guess what? They now say the stamp duty. Then we used to pay stamp duty. They say your stamp duty is so thousands. I now told them that I will not pay it. They will pay for me. Please, they should send another email to the national director that they will pay for me. So knowing what happened, that he has approved, remove over 100K from the property. They sent it again. The guy replied the following day, approved. Then customization of the house. There were some extra that needed to be 12,000 pounds. By the time they tell us the extras and everything, I told them that they will pay for me. So one of them said, like, are you robbing this company? Are you robbing us? I said, no, I'm not robbing you. I'm just telling you that you guys will pay for me. But this is all we want. The kitchen, the this, the that, all this nice stuff. We want everything. They sent another email. It came back. Approve. Now, when we calculated everything, almost 145,000 pounds was taken off from everything. In fact, they told me, make sure all the other people that bought 6-bedroom here do not know what happened here, because they will be very upset. Now, I'm not going to tell you, that's the house I'm in now. This is my office. I'm not going to tell you that what happened to me was about me.
At all.
So I can't give the testimony of this massive house without telling you the genesis. But guess what? I was working towards getting everything ready for the house, and then also God leading me to here. Now, so many other things has happened again, property, whatever, this and that. But what I'm trying to say from your question, how do you get involved? How do you get there? Again, it comes to vision. I told my wife we're going for 6-bedroom. I didn't change. Even when we wanted 5-bedroom, see what happened. Who knows, if I've gone to that first bedroom, maybe I wouldn't have been alive by today. The snake would have swallowed me in that house. Only God knows why he told me not to buy the house. And now, this is the interesting thing. When we were to buy that house, before we did everything, I went there in the night. This is true story. I lay my 2 hands on the wall. They were still building it. And I made a decree that this house will not be bought by anyone. The occupant is Chinda family. I decreed and sealed in the night. I entered my car and I left. Do you know what? After we have bought this other house, our life has moved on. The other house, I have forgotten. All the houses in the development, they have sold all. Remember, they reduced the price of my own house that I wanted to buy, that God said I should not buy. People will see it, they're interested. The moment they leave the house, they never come back. I went to ask the developers in the showroom, why have you this? They say, oh, Chinda, how are you? I said, why have you not sold that house? They told me that, yeah, they don't know that people are coming, that they don't know that was it not the house I wanted to buy. They don't know because I didn't tell them the dream. I only came back to them, I'm not buying again. Couple of weeks later, I was told by God to go back to the house and release the house for whoever I want to buy it. God bear me witness. I'm not lying what I'm saying. I went back to that estate. I lay my hand in the exact location where I did it before, months ago, and say, Father, in the name of Jesus, I release this house in any realm that it has stayed, for these developers to do whatever, whoever wants to stay in this house, but I release it. Brethren, as I left that place, I came back exactly 4 days later. I saw in the front, sold.
Sold. Kapashuta. Oh my God.
You know, I went into my car. I couldn't even leave. I just stood there. I was like, wait. What just happened here? I decreed a thing with the mindset of visualization that it is mine, even though I've not even entered the house. I took the house. It's mine by faith.
Power.
Even when I have left, God has to ask me to release the house for the developers to sell it and get their money. Life and death is in the
Life
power of the
of the
tongue.
tongue. And those who know it,
Those who know it, they will eat the fruit
the fruit.
thereof.
Kalabosha.
Can I tell you now, where you are now in your life, apart from your vision, is what you are saying in your mind and in your mouth.
Yes, sir. I believe.
You are the product of your mouth. You are the product of your tongue. You are the product of your mind. You are the product of your thoughts. Please don't blame God and Jesus and the Holy Ghost here. Everything that is happening to you now, if you can accept that basic reality that you created where you are,
Kalabaswa. Okay. Thank you, Lord.
you designed where you are. Don't blame this government. Don't blame your father, your mother, the ones that are dead, the ones that are alive. Don't blame your children. Don't blame your accent. Don't blame your culture. Don't blame where you came from. Don't blame how you came here. Don't blame your suffering. Don't blame your pain. Blame your ability to understand the natural law of the power of the tongue and the power of the mouth and the power of the thoughts. You must see it first before you receive it.
I'll confess it.
And you must start receiving it first and experiencing it first before it happens. The things that I have written, I have goals before I'm 50 years old. The things that I've written here, a lot of them has come to pass. When I wrote this thing over 10 years ago, none of the things inside there had happened. I can show you my office of different things. I actually frame them. I put them in different, every day I see it. My family, my children, my life, where this, I put there, the goals I've achieved 2050, the goals I've achieved 2070, the goals, I put the day, like I frame it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see. And what is underlining all these frames in my office that I'm looking at is not pride. It's not pomposity. It's not showmanship. It's the glory of God and to advance the kingdom impact. So, I want to challenge everyone again. What do you see? The Bible said that Moses saw the invincible. What are you seeing?
Go to Abraham. What can you see?
What can you see?
God bless
So,
you,
if you don't have plan, if you don't plan, if you don't have vision, because vision will drive what you do. If you're a woman listening to me, there is so much potential in your life. Husband and wife that are here, those that are single, those that are not married, those that are married. What are you seeing for your family? What are you seeing for your children? What are you seeing for your future? What are you seeing? Whatever you see will happen. Let me take it a bit further. Whatever you see and feel and speak will happen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't dream small dreams. It's really important that I know you are in one room. I know you don't have savings, or some things are not the way you wanted. There are still issues. Maybe you are still owing people back home. It's okay, but are you seeing yourself as a debtor? Are you seeing yourself as a borrower? The borrower is a servant to the lender. Are you aware? So what are you seeing? What do you see? in my family, my mother, I brought my mother here. My mother is with me right now. And she was telling me, because my father is late, and she told me something recently. And she said that, do I know that so many people ask her in Port Harcourt, that your son, is he actually you that gave birth? Because of the level of the difference between me and my siblings. And guess what? Because of Jesus Christ, I don't know how to.
That is it. That is the key, sir. That's the key. That is the key. That's the key. I made mention
Listen,
of it at the beginning.
I will say this again, and I plead with everyone. I don't know what you believe, but everything happening to me and is going to happen to me, my epiphany, my transformation, my impact. Back home, I'm going to say without any apology, everybody was committing fornication, having girlfriends. Some people are smoking, drinking. Some people are drinking or doing whatever. That little young boy, no girlfriend, no sex, no alcohol, just reading his Bible and trying to talk about Jesus in the market, on the street, early hours of the morning, and everybody think he's a mad boy. They rejected Cornerstone. They mocked me. They laughed me. They said all kind of things to me. They beat, look, if I tell you about my persecution, they beat the hell out of me when I was born again because I was praying. My parents seized my Bible. They seized my Bible. They did not allow me to read Bible because they said the more I read Bible, the more I am crazy for Christ. Everybody rejected me because I was born again. My father put gun in my forehead to shoot me. All the community elders, all I can hear, kill him, shoot him, kill him, shoot him. I was 16 years old. So I can't come here and deceive you that whatever is happening in Chinda's life is because Chinda know how to figure it out. It's a lie. I own my progress, my transformation, my impact, 110% to Jesus Encounter, 29 July 1996 in Scripture Union, Port Harcourt. That is where the change happened for me.
Thank you, sir.
So go, get out of where you are. Go and find, depending on what your goals are, get out, go and do something. And then you'll see changes happen.
Thank you so much. Let me give other people to talk. If I continue with you, it will be a show for you and I alone. But I will plead unto Mr. Emeka to let me have a personal contact with you, even if it's just on phone or email. I need to suck more from you. You know, it is very important for me. But on this note, let me give room for others to talk.
Yeah. And I think Lydia, Lydia,
Lydia
be posting stuff as well. I don't know.
Yeah, Lydia, please go ahead with
post some of the links, social media, wherever, everything.
Wale, please go ahead with your question. Please go ahead.
Hi everyone. Actually, I don't have a question. I just want to make a comment before I jump into another meeting. I would say thank you, Emeka, for dropping the link. I just joined because I felt like hearing something and you dropped it at the right time. But I mean, so far it's been mind-blowing. Thank you, sir, for sharing, all of those thoughts. I mean, like my namesake mentioned, Mr. Wale earlier. I mean, the God factor is key, right? Most time, especially for most of us that are intelligent, that have the strategy and everything, we misplace the place of God, and like we know, it's an added advantage that some of us don't use. I want to appreciate you for pouring out, to us this this afternoon or morning. You said so many valid things about, having a vision. But just to add one or two to that, so that, some people here can also take that, is having the vision reading is great. But I also believe that aside having that vision, you now need to be the man of the vision. You now need to be the visioneer, because at some point you might not be able to access the book. You might not be able to access where you have written the vision down. Have you integrated the vision inside of you, right? To a point where even if for a month you have not gotten back to read the vision, it's inside of you, and it drives every of your action, every of your decision. I think we need to, move a step further by embodying, being the visioneer, right? Translating what we have written into ourselves. I believe that would also help, because hearing from you is not that you go to the vision every night, you read them day to day. You have integrated those things inside of you, and it shows in every of your action. So that's just my encouragement. And number two is for people to also understand the place of delayed gratification based on what you have mentioned. I mean, is your almost 20 years in the UK, right? You didn't just overnight get a house worth over £500,000, right? But the notion that we have around Nigerians in the UK now is, after 2 years, if you don't buy a house, you're a failure. But what that brings, or what impression it causes, is some kind of false sense of accomplishment, which makes people, abandon the foundations, and then you're trying to build a skyscraper on something that doesn't have a foundation, right? I mean, everything you have said, strong and valid. I just want to appreciate you, and hopefully also connect with you through Emeka, so that we can continue to hear from you, relate, and then continue to learn. I want to say thank you so much. It was a time well invested. Thank you, Emeka, for making this happen.
Thank you,
Thank
Wale.
you so much.
Wale, that was very valid, and I thank you. I know you joined a bit later. I also emphasized on the steps you need to take and what you need to do, because there's a process. I also talked about delayed gratification. 20 years and 1 year is not the same. 20 years and 2 years is not the same. But it's good that we have the opportunity to share this thing with our people as they are coming in, and knowing that, okay, you need to have a roadmap. You might not arrive there, like you said, some people, after 2 years. In fact, sometimes buying a house is a disadvantage. Let me tell you now, right? It's not that when you buy a house, things have just happened or changed in your life. It depends on the strategy. If you buy a house, you can't even eat. You can't even pay back the house. You can't even feed your children. Everybody is suffering. Are you not the same in the same place? Everything comes with wisdom, strategy, planning, and know exactly what you need to do. So I'm happy that we are opening ourselves to content like this. Unfortunately, I didn't get content like this when I started, so probably my journey would have been halved, right? But I thank you, I appreciate you, and I'll keep in contact as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Kehinde, can we quickly have you, if you're still there?
Oh, yes, I am. I want to thank you, Mr. Beniro. I said it earlier. I really, really just appreciate, what you're doing. Mr. Chinda, God bless you. God bless you for this. There is a belief that when you see flyers like the one that Mr. Beniro had posted, you're like, oh, it's this aspire to perspire kind of, you can be this. But what I appreciate about what you've said is you really brought it home. Like you made it personal. Some other speakers would probably, sugarcoat it and make it sound like, like you gave us real life scenario. You made it personal, and it's something that I can relate to. It's something most people can relate to. The challenges of migrants in the UK, and it's not just the UK. You've really brought it home, and you can be anywhere. You've spoken about investment and finance and personal goals and stuff like that. earlier on in the year, because my goal for 2024 is really clear to me. It's just about visibility. I know that I've got these things I've got, but sometimes how you can just sort of how people can know about it, because you can have something and then
Yeah.
it's just within you, and most people unfortunately may die with such enthusiasm, with so much promises, but it just dies in there. But what I've been able to get from you specifically, because I remember the scripture, this Habakkuk 2:3 or Habakkuk 2:2
Yeah,
to
three
3 or
to three
thereabout.
to three to write the vision down. Make it clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
make it plain. So when you were saying
Yeah.
something about writing down, like, yes, that's it. You have to make it plain. And you have, when you spoke about delayed gratification, also in that scripture, it says that it may tarry,
Yes.
or it may be delayed, but
but will
wait
come
for
to
it, it
pass.
shall speak.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And another thing I learned is the just like compound interest, like finance,
Yes.
compound
Yes.
interest, like you're
Yes.
doing little things, little steps, baby steps
Yes.
towards that goal, which is what you've mentioned. You like really, really made it clear to me. I knew these things, not that I don't know them, but when you sort of put a personal touch to it and you hear from people that have gone through it and they came out on the other side, then it sort of give you this confidence that, okay, this is achievable. I can use
Yes.
Mr. Chinda as a yardstick. If he
Yes.
can do it and he
Yes.
serves the same God,
Yes.
so there is a common factor that sort of
Yeah.
goes across everyone here, then it just sort of encourages us, and that's what I really, really appreciate about you. God bless you tremendously. And
you.
God bless you, Mr. Beniro. I will stop talking at this point. Bye.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank
Thank you so
thank
much, Wally. I think we have Debbie. Debbie, are you there? Do you want to share?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning, Emeka. Thank you for setting this up. Good morning, Chinda. I
Good
really
morning.
enjoyed the session. Thank you very much. I think the part that spoke to me was where you said about find those that have succeeded and make them your model. Because
Yeah.
anywhere you're going to, some people they have actually been there. Why don't you find them and then make
Yeah.
them your model to actually shorten the journey? And
Mm.
then because there's sometimes like when I set goals and then maybe I get what I'm looking for. I
Mm.
get the job that I'm looking for, the pay I want to earn, and then
Mm.
maybe get visa sponsorship. I feel like, okay, let me
Have
just
arrived.
let me just stay and least let me enjoy the fruits of my labor. But
Yeah.
like there's always something more that you have to do.
Mm.
Then but I've seen that you don't remain there because there is work to be done, and there's
Mm.
so many things that I made that are lying just fallow because I'm not using them. And then
Mm.
the part where you said is when you serve that you will see the talents that you
Mm.
have.
Mm.
Because I've really not been in that service mindset. But
Mm.
thank you, Emeka, for this community, because I know that I started tapping into the talents that I have when I joined this community. I did
Mm.
some training, and I was able to get a job. Like, and the
Mm.
job I got was because I think if it was in the community that I learned how to be more engaging. Like, I'm
Mm.
always commenting, I'm always giving my feedback. Because
Mm.
Emeka and there was another guy that was our trainer. They were encouraging it. They were always telling us, give feedback, what stood out for you. And it
Mm.
helped me. And my job now, like I'm like like a champion for my team.
Yeah.
I'm always
Mm.
training. Like I'm always the one telling them
Mm.
this is the training that we are going to do for this month. And it's something I picked up from this community. So thank you very much. But I have a question.
Okay.
You're doing so many things for the gospel and then your personal life, your family. How do you balance everything in terms of your time management?
Mm.
Because as a woman, sometimes
Yeah.
like I set goals like maybe that year you set goals to achieve some things, you get pregnant, and then it's like you have to like get in. But I've also learned how to fight through because I
Mm.
achieved a lot of things last year. And yes, I recently gave birth, but I saw that I had one inner strength I never knew existed. Even
Mm.
with recently giving birth, I got so many things. I did training, I got new job, new pay, I got visa sponsorship. I saw the possibility that the
Mm.
fact that I gave birth, the fact that, oh, I'm a new mom, everybody's saying relax, do maternity leave. I saw that I had time. I saw that I had a strength that I never knew. But I wanted to ask you, how do you really manage your time, manage your life, to balance everything, to get the best results and then to achieve your goals?
Right. Thank you so much. That's a very, very good. Most times people ask me that question everywhere. How do you do this? I think first, like I said earlier, and also in the Bible, some people were given one talent, some people were given two. So some of us are it's not even five. There are too many extras. So you are in this UK, obviously you have a family, you have a home, you have children, or even when you are single, there's still a lot of other things there. The question is, what I do, just write out what is all these things. Because what you don't know, you can manage. Yeah, you can't manage what you don't know. So look at all these aspects of your life. Okay, this one, this one, this one, this one. What do I need to do on this, on this, on this, on this? If you realize that, okay, right now in your season of life, my sister, your season of life is the reproduction season. Okay, you might not be able to be going to America every week. You might not be able to go. So that's also there's also content why you are waiting, because everything under the earth there is a season. All right, and now the season now is you're giving birth and you have this job, so you want to increase in your finance. Okay, keep some for yourself. I always tell people, even if you are owing the whole world, after you give God, pay yourself. 5%, 1%. It's just a culture of mentality because you don't want to continue like this for the rest of your life. So whatever you are doing, remove, give God his own, give something because you want to work something on your finance. Now, people are talking about investment. That's what we call, everybody here can open stock and shares ISA. Just top and learn Hungarian stock and share ISA. You can start with £20. You can start with £100. And everybody here can't tell you don't have 20 pounds, you don't have £100. It's a lie. Huh? We can. Your children, as long as you have children, you can have junior ISA. Junior ISA, stock and share junior ISA. You start with £20. You can be putting £10 there. Most platforms will say £20 on £10, depending. But the child will take that over when they are 18. At 16, they will give them access to the account, but they can't withdraw. At 18 years old, the child will have. So imagine we having children now. Your son, your daughter is 2 years old. Open a junior ISA. Whether you are doing care work or you are doing pizza delivery, whether you are owing everybody in Nigeria and they want to kill you when you come back, at least put something aside for your little child. Imagine 15 years from now. Remember what you see ahead. So that money you are putting, remember, stock and shares goes up and down. Sometimes some shares are going up only. It may not really fall down, but it's still picking up. You are putting £20 there every month. You are putting £40 every month. The question is this: if you don't do that, at the end of the day, you will still spend that money. Sometimes instead of doing your hair every month, do it twice every month. Then use cream to do it. You're already beautiful, you are fine. Do it like that and just put the £20 to the children ISA. So it's all about planning. You see? So this is on your finance now. Your family, my sister, whatever you want to achieve in this life, if your marriage and family is not working well, my sister, it's very bad though. Many marriages in the UK of the people that have jackpot, I'm a marriage coach, I'm telling you, is scattering like pure water. Fight, problem, issues, men leaving their children and their wives, this one, that one, issues here and there. That also is a goal. It's a big goal. How do I harmonize my home? Do you understand your children, the assignment, how they do things, the school system in the UK, year 1, year 2, year 7? Do you know about all? Begin to learn. That's something. That's one aspect of your life. Okay, business, you may not have big capital to do some business, but the little one, that thing you are putting money aside for your stock and share Aisha is small. £100, £50 is something. Do for your children, all of you, that is something there. You're putting something aside. It's bringing £10 a month, £7 a month. The little thing we compound, but you need to be intentional about it, right? So that other area you have explained, why you are at home now, what can I do as a mommy that I've just delivered? Because in the UK, they give you about 9 months, right? What can I do now that I'm at home, that in the next 9 months before I go back? You start looking at, there are
different things. If you don't know, can't spend time looking at everything, but based on your interest, based on what you do. Do you know how to cook? And there's some people in your house, please, I'm doing soup this Friday. We're doing soup, or bono soup, ewedu soup, collect 1 plate, £5. And you do it once a week. At the end of the month, there's extra £200, there's extra £500. Just little things there while you are still managing your family home and your season at the moment. My children are 15 and 16 at the moment. A lot of things I'm doing now, I wouldn't have done them when they were 1 year or 2 years. That's just the truth. I travel more now. America, I'm always on the go now, more than then. Because my season then, my time was really needed. You get what I'm saying? Now they can bathe themselves, they can dress up, they can go to the school by themselves, they can do it. We still have that. So you look at your season. What can I do at this season now? What can I do at this season? You might not be able to do everything. My own thing is try to start where you are. Don't be looking, you're going to Kafanchan or going to wherever and you want to start there. Start where you are now and then start one step at a time. So 7 things at your life now might be very difficult for you. Delayed gratification, delayed start of certain things in your life is not sin, it's not bad. Out of the 7 you have discovered, out of the 4, can you just do 2 for now? Okay. I can't talk. My personal assistant is here. You know, when she was here, she manages my time now. But I didn't have personal assistant before. I don't even understand what I'm saying. Yeah, because I'm doing men stuff. I'm doing my IT stuff. I'm doing marriage stuff. I'm doing children mentorship stuff. I've got an African shop as well. So I got an African grocery store in Middlesbrough, very big one. And now in the next 3 months, I'm opening African restaurant. So I'm now working on all the details and all that. So I've got time to do other things. And my marriage is the big, I love my wife, die. Oh my God. I love my wife. Oh my, that woman, she they bust my brain, like they bust my brain every day. She's my rock. After Jesus Christ is my wife. And I don't want to mess that up. You guys are seeing Chinda doing this one. Hey, remove that woman. Chinda will just say, oh boy, I don't finish you. That's the end of it. So my wife is a big deal in my life. And I don't want to mess that relationship up. So this is why I'm intentional about it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. So all these things are there. When you start growing, start leveraging. This group now, we are raising almost 500K to start buying houses, start doing this. We already started. But you see, I'm not really active there because it's not only me. There are more people there. And by the time we're doing the thing, sometimes you don't even see me there. What? All I'm looking at is the bank account. Somebody's in charge of the accounting, the government, this one, that one. Every month, okay, but how much is my own? I beg you my 5,000. Okay, everybody is sharing. That's the vision. But am I fully active there? No, my time is minimalized. You start working smarter. Yeah? You start working smarter. You can start small, but you start working smarter. Managing the time. Sometimes we will spend too many hours on the people in Nigeria calling them. You're trying to do something. Somebody call you. And then you saw the notification. You are talking for 2-3 hours. What? Why are you talking 3 hours? Somebody on the phone. No. Just wrap that up in 10-15 minutes. It's okay. If you want to do 2 hours, then divide it for 2 months, every week. So amount. Not just wasting all this little time. Sometimes you are watching YouTube. People are making money as you are watching them, but you are getting poor. So what is it that you doing that is taking a lot of your time? Do time audit. What is it that is taking all this little time you're supposed to be using for something? You're supposed to improve this particular skill, read this book, do this course, but you're never doing it. But every time you're on TikTok, you're always scrolling the video. You're laughing. Somebody is falling down. Somebody fell from heaven, and then their head break. The thing fall back again. You just skit. You're just watching skit 2, 3, 4 hours. You're wasting a lot of time. You call your friend. It's not strategic call. It's just to catch up on things, and you guys are spending 3-4 hours. That's a lot of waste of time. Talk to her for 10-15 minutes. If she says, sorry, I have something I need to do, because you have plan, you know how to manage everything. Not everything just go. If you don't fill your time with activities and things you will do, other people will fill their life in your time.
Yeah.
And it's not every phone call you must pick. I don't pick every phone call. I'm really sorry about it. When later when I say sorry, I am busy. I'm not talking on the phone. I'm meditating, or I'm praying, I'm reading, I'm doing an online course. You have called me. Okay, fine. Sometimes I'm not gonna call. Or if I call, sorry, excuse me, I'm doing an online course now. I can't really talk to you now. Can I call you back later? Out of respect. If you say, wait, I say, listen, I'm on the call. I'm having meeting now, please. Thank you very much. I drop. And then I make sure that I try and call the person back. If I call the person back and they want to give me history, when Nigeria started and when Obasanjo came to power and when Tinubu, then the Gari has gone up and then the people came down, 4 people died at the accident. What has that had to do with me now? I'm trying to finish my online course. You need to protect your time. Otherwise, they will take the time from you. We are beginning the year now. Please let everybody have plan, and then how you're going to achieve that stuff. How would this one be better? What do you have to do? Really, really important. And as a woman, thank God you even asked this, because I've been speaking about women health now very crazily. A lot of our Nigerian women in this country are dying. You don't even understand. The statistics is shocking. They are very stressed. Our women are very, very stressed. Don't kill yourself because of this, because of that. The children are there. The family is there. And unfortunately, most times, when these women die, the husband is marrying another one, because we cannot wait. We need to marry. Don't come and kill yourself in the name of you are doing this. Manage your stress level. Eat properly. Take some break. Tell everybody, I beg, not gonna no kill me. This evening, I'm not doing anything. I want to rest, I beg. If your father cannot just come and help, what is all this? And husband and wife, help your wife. Support the ladies. It's not easy in this country, even being a woman and a man. I'm not saying the men, we don't have issues, our emotions, our challenges, but the ladies too, let them find way to look after their health. Eat properly. Save some time to sleep. Take a break. Take off. I know it might not sound very easy, but it's breaking my heart what is happening to a lot of our women, especially our Nigerian women in this country. Most of you might not know. People are dying. Cancer this, cancer that one. How old? 42, 52, that one. Then what's the point of all these things? Somebody's in the car, you slump, you die, you at work, here work, you sit down, you are dead. What is all this? Exhaustion, stress, Please, you will be rich, you will be blessed, you will make impact. But don't die before the impact start. Don't die before we start knowing what is going on. Look after yourself. Do you have plan for your health this year? Reduce the sugar. Go and do exercise. Stretch yourself. Don't eat 8 Maggi in one soup. It's dangerous for your health. Check your BP. Go to the hospital. Go and check. Book the GP. Check your blood. Check your cholesterol. Check your family history. Check everything. Know who you are by health. Don't carry, I must achieve this, I must go there, and then you are dying inside. It's really important. And that goes to the men as well. Go and check yourself. Go and find out what is happening inside of you. It's part of the plan. Let's not just set academic goal, and then life goal, we neglect it. And the life goal, one of them is health. Look after yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chinda. I think T, you raised your hand. Let's just take you quickly so that we can.
Okay, very short. Good afternoon, everybody, and I would like to apologize for my video.
Okay.
So I won't be able to use my video right now. So I want to really appreciate. My name is Tolulope Ajayi, and I want to really appreciate everybody, Mr. Emeka, Mr. Chinda, for everything. In fact, I would say this program was quite timely because since last year, I think October, I've been getting very angry in my spirit. as in very, very angry. And I was like, no, things have to change. I graduated last year, December, and as a result of the anger that welled up in me and the changes I was making, I saw some results. So looking back now and listening to this talk, oh my God, I feel like exploding. I feel like exploding within myself. It's like, oh my God, I have not even started at all. The world is going to hear about me because I'm going places by God's grace.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
anybody will like make you follow me. I dey follow Jesus.
I'll follow you. I will
That's it.
follow you.
So, and I love the fact that everything you established, Mr. Chinda, was on the solid rock of Jesus Christ. I mean, that is my number one goal. I try my best. I do everything I can just to make sure that I am recognized in heaven. Just like Job, God recognized Job even when he was on earth. So why can't I be recognized in heaven while I'm still on earth? So I really want to say thank you for this wonderful talk. I would like to have the video recording. Mr. Emeka, I'm sure you have my email.
Yeah,
And
sure.
and if you really if you don't mind, I would like to have Mr. Chinda's email too, if possible.
Okay,
Thank you.
no
You can have
problem.
my contact. You can have my contact. Don't worry.
No problem.
Okay.
Mr. Chinda is like that. He's a big brother, so he's open to having conversation. So on that note, let me say this. How many of us would like Chinda to come back? I know this has just been the tip of the iceberg. There's a topic Chinda he touched on it. He's so passionate about it. And I think it was actually the first thing I wanted us to talk about. I felt, this is the beginning of the timing is very critical. If we don't have the right vision, these other areas, we will not know how to go about it. And what am I talking about? It's about marriage and relationships. And I realized I'm married. I've been married for 10 years now, 11 years, going to my 12th year or so. And I have realized that, like China rightly said, if your marriage is not going right, you cannot perform. You cannot perform. There's nothing anybody can do to save you. And I've seen from experience, watching people studying and researching, that so many people are underperforming because the marriage is faulty. The husband or the wife is not in full support of what that person is doing. So because they're not in full support, they cannot give 110%. They're only doing the bare minimum, like we say in school, let my people go. They're only doing the bare minimum to survive, to thrive. So if this is you, why I always ask is because let's not start something we will not finish. If you want Chinda to come back and break down marriage, relationship, sex, things that affect the couple and the home. If he's an expert in that, if you want it, please, I need to hear from you so that I can reach out to him and his assistant, and they'll give us a time in his calendar. We'll bring him back to that. But if we don't want it, no problem. We'll just move to the other things we want. So how many of us would like Chinda to come back and really give us some strategies of how he has been able to survive over the last 20 years, being married, being very successful, having a very passionately intimate relationship with his wife, being a great father, and still being a champion for Christ? Please, I need to know. Please, Chinda is here. Chinda, if we can get enough yeses, I hope we'll be able to convince you. I see we only have 2 yeses. I don't think Chinda will be able to come if only 2 people will attend the class. So please, we're quite a number of us here.
I think why you're talking this, I think a lot of people, you need to say yes. I want to say that you have not seen me talk about marriage. You've not experienced me. If you experience me talk about marriage and sex, you will never remain the same. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not bluffing. I'm not cajoling you. I'm not saying what I don't know. Emeka know what I'm saying. Your marriage will never remain the same. So, and not just for these people, you share it to your churches, to your groups, to Nigeria, to everywhere. We come here
and I want to pour my heart. You see, as I'm talking, I like to be real. I make it real. I don't deceive anyone. I will tell you what I'm doing in my home every day, how I was able to do with my wife every day, how we started, where we are going, how things happened, and how I was able to pull everybody together to follow this path with a clear vision. Marriage and relationship is a big deal. It's really important we talk about this subject. And I know everybody here knows maybe one or two people that are struggling or they are not there yet. You know, whether they are back home, it's going to be online. I'm going to unleash everything in my spirit and I'm going to pray. Whatever it is that has caused this marriage and relationship to have whatever it's having, I will come over prepared. And I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with some heavenly backup.
Amen.
And it's going to be real and practical. So
Amen.
I'll be more than happy to do that going forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please, can we appreciate Chinda? He has given us a yes. Please, can we just appreciate him with your favorite emoji or any word that you would like to share? I saw one more hand. I don't know if had a hand up, if that's so. If not, please, I think, okay, yes. Chinda, please share the links.
Yeah, so I wanted to share this. So this is my wife page on Instagram, Fruit Adventure. So this is what she does. Okay. All the fruits, all the stuff. Yeah. So some of you wonder why I'm looking like this. It's all this thing I'm drinking. So this is oh no, I don't know why it come
Yeah. On the desktop, you need to sign it. Don't sign it. Don't worry. Just send us the link.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I wanted to just show the African. Let me see if I can just put the African shop quickly. Let me just see. So this is the African shop in Middlesbrough. Oh, no worry. Yeah. That's this one here. Yeah. So
awesome.
This is the African shop in Middlesbrough. And now we're trying to do African restaurant. It's going to be beside the shop as well. I will be doing online delivery. So the website is getting sorted out, integrating the online delivery as well. And my wife is seriously behind these things as well. So this is my own page on Instagram. All right, this is my marriage page on Instagram. So you can come here. We have a lot of work to do, and we can support couples relationships as well. I wish that and then this is the men program I just finished last year. I think you knew about this.
Yeah, in October.
And I know some of you might even recognize some of the men here. Right, Nia Adesanya from Nigeria, Dr. Lumide, a few guys you might know. Was a great, incredible program that we had in London as well. So it's really, really good that we get in contact, we get involved in what we're doing, just to see that support. This book just came out last month. This one, this. So on the 25th of December, the conflict to connection. Now, connection, communication, conflict resolution. The book came out last month. It's on Amazon. So this is the book and this is the workbook. Okay. So for me and my wife, this is her workbook. That is my workbook. And then we'll read this per chapter. And it is absolutely an incredible book, which I will encourage you. Just type Chinda on Amazon. You will see it, or Complete to Connect. That book just came. The other one I talked about is The Power of Personal Change, a self-help book that can really, really do a lot of things in your life. For those that have teenagers, this country, God has helped me to put something together, the Teen Warrior 52 Weeks, where we cover a lot of things about the youths, about their life, verses to memorize scriptures, and it covers everything: identity, promise, time management. I mean, you can see how voluminous the book also look. Yeah, so this is the marriage book. This is the marriage book. Another one again. What can I do to make my marriage work? An incredible book as well that can really, really, impact somebody's life. For those that want to work more with the Holy Spirit, empowered by the Spirit, powerful book on the Holy Spirit, hearing from the Holy Spirit, working with the Holy Spirit. I mean, directing, leading, powerful, powerful book, empowered by the Spirit.
And this is the book we give when people give our life to Christ. When you're working with us, it's also on Amazon. A lot of churches are ordering this book. White churches, Methodists, they use it for discipleship class. Very, very powerful book as well. And then my children as well have written book. This is my son, one of my son's book. So this is another book for those between the age of 8 and 14. Very powerful read. Hydro Desuma talks about identity, talks about racism, talks about all sorts. The boy traveled to Africa. I went to Nigeria. I went to Egypt. He went to South Africa. I went to Kenya. So a lot of children will love this book. It's a fiction book, but so much to learn, so much to get out of this place. And then there is this thing that I also do. Yeah, for those that want to get married, prepare for marriage before the wedding day. It's a powerful tool, and there's a book coming out called Before the Vows. That will be coming out before the end of this month, and I use that to work with people that want to prepare themselves to get married and to make sure that their relationship and their marriage is well solid. And if you type, there are other products, other books as well. Some of them are not here. That is out there just to help and to support you. If you look at on Seller, which I put on the links there, there's a lot of online courses on relationship, on conflict, on sex, or whatever you can think about. They are all there, and you can buy them in Naira. Really, really affordable, but the content and the value is just out of this world. And finally, the group that I had before, but I'll revamp it, which is marriage and relationship group, is called Love Without Drama. Is going live on February. I will also send him to let you know, just a little token, but it's in a group, and they will have access to me once every week. Everything marriage, everything relationship, everything finance, everything investment, everything parenting, looking for children, how to do things. My two children are very sporty. One of them is one of the Olympic hopeful in the UK. Is the wheelchair under 15 champion. His name is Cedric Chinda. And my other son as well, the one that is writing, is a writer as well, and he does a lot of sports. So there are so many things I want to share with those that are just coming in. The academic systems, how your children can be exceptional, how they can get involved, how they can get scholarships, all these things. I'm just going to be pouring my life in the Love Without Drama group. And there are another group called the Men, the High Performing Man group, which is also going live. We've been doing that till end of last year. So the new one is starting in February, where the men also have access to me. I will bring some of my Asian friends, some white friends, some Americans from here, talking about strategies on how men can be high performers, their spiritual life, very holistic. These guys are believers. They're not just refrat people that don't know what they're doing, but show you tools and strategies, connections, ways. And within the group, where peer people, accountability partners, how they can support you. If you say this is your goal, they will hold you accountable. You guys meet 30 minutes every week just to check, to look at things, and then we'll come together to see this is what we are doing, just to drive growth, to drive community of men. And that is separate. And the last one is for the single, where we'll talk about, yes, you say, are they in ebook? Yes, exactly. All the books are talking about, they're in ebook on Amazon. And also, if you go to Seller, which is a Nigerian platform, I think a lot of this one is there. This one is there, I think. I think the other ones could maybe there, but we can also put them on. So all these communities, all these groups are just designed to drive transformation, development, God-centeredness, and also bring the people together to say, look, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It doesn't matter what you're doing. With vision, with the right people in your life, with right accountability, with right plan. My journey took a longer time because I didn't have access to a lot of these things today. But I believe that if you have the right mentorship, right group, right strategies, right support system, then you'll be able to build yourself up. You're able to work on yourself to become better on a daily basis. So I thank God for Emeka for this group that are set up to start supporting people. Now, I'm in several groups. That one group, there's a group that I even pay £5,000 just to be in that group. Well, I have the opportunity for the money to be able to do it. I don't want people to start saying, oh wow, that's so expensive. There's some group that is 10 grand. But I know what I'm getting out of it. I've made far more than that, than what I paid for that yearly group, because of the kind of people and the kind of caliber and the things that are being done in the group. Some group are £20, £5, £10. Invest in yourself. Don't sit back and say, well, but you are eating food. Is the food doing you anything? Can you not eat breakfast and just take that 10 pounds and put somewhere you can learn, you can grow, you can connect, you can do things? Free groups are great. They're amazing. Sometimes as well, when you pay little something, you pay for your Sky TV, you pay for your rent, you pay for your Amazon, you pay for your Spotify, you pay for YouTube Premium, you pay for this, you pay for that. Some of the things we pay for, you pay for your digital channels and all that, you pay for movies. They are not entirely very, very transformational and very impactful. So I want us to start looking at culture on where you can invest tiny or whatever it is, not just with me, but it doesn't matter where the person, where they are and all that. Have that culture of, let me invest in my marriage, invest in my children, invest in my knowledge. You may not know everything. There are people that are experts. Join the group, get involved. Some are free, some are not free. Start somewhere and start elevating your mind, stretching your abilities to do things that you've never done before. Come out of your comfort zone. Don't be shy. Don't stay like this, because they don't give trophy to shy people. They don't even give trophy to poor people. They don't give trophy for people that are not doing anything. Only people that are exceptional, people that are doing great things, people that are imparting life, that's the people that God is excited about. So even in your spiritual life, are you finding that the church you are in, you are not growing? You are stunted. There is too many politics in the church fighting themselves. This one happened. Nothing is happening there. And you are still there. You want to die inside that church? Are you telling me there's no other place you can grow? Don't be silent about anything in your life this year. Be intentional. If you have a desire as a wife and you want to communicate to your husband and you feel it's not, pray about it. Talk to God about it. Come in a different angle, respectively. Share what you want. If you say no, keep praying. Keep looking for ways. Keep looking for strategies. No disrespect, no demean. Don't call him a devil. There is a way around everything. There is a way that Holy Spirit can help you navigate some of the nuances in your lives and in your career, in your family, in your health. But you need to partner, listen, and move. Don't stay behind. Go. And I can tell you, there is nothing that you put your mind this year that God will not find one way or the other to move you forward. So where are the link to join the group? I will send Emeka, there are a couple of other things I will send to you.
Yeah.
And please, guys, I plead with you. I put a link. I also send it to Emeka as well to bring review. Please, if you think that I have done anything 1% to you, if you feel that I didn't help you, write it in the Google review. Chinda was rubbish. He didn't even tell us. I didn't gain anything. It's fine. So that when I read how you assess me, I will go and tell God, please, I want to do better. So if you think I didn't help, I didn't support but if you think I did a good job, please just write it there. Don't just start good. Good is just one word. It doesn't give context. Give context. What did you learn? What are you going to do differently? I recommend this person. And if you feel that I should not be recommended, please write it in Google View. Chinda should not be recommended to any group, to any church, to any person. It's okay. I will read it. I won't fight you. I won't be angry with you. Maybe I didn't help you, and then I find a way to help you later tomorrow. So be honest with me, and I believe that by doing this, I'll be able to help more people. And not only in this group. If there are other groups you want me to come and speak to, let me know. Give them my number. I don't care. Give my number. I'm not hiding, and I believe everybody, even if witches and wizards want to fight me, I have the Holy Ghost anyway, so they won't even get me. So I'm not even afraid anybody that have my number, right? At the end of the day, I'm covered by the blood and cared by God myself. So please recommend me to your churches, recommend me to your organization in Nigeria. Here, sometimes I travel. I've done a lot of programs to people in Nigeria by being here via Zoom, in their churches, in their groups. I travel to, if I can travel, I travel. If I cannot travel, I stay here. I want to help. There is a lot inside of me. I want to give and give and give as much as I can. How can we get mentorship? Okay, fine. I can also do that. Can you is it where are the links? Okay, yes, the ebook. How can we get mentorship? No problem. I will send everything.
Details.
I do mentorship. I mentor boys. I mentor a group of boys. I mentor people too. Some of people I've mentored. They went to Oxford, top universities, Cambridge, doing doctors. So because I understand the system and I know how to navigate this place. If you're having challenges with your boys, they are not listening. Every one of them want to wear a earring and start doing their hair like Jesus Christ have died. Whatever is happening in your family, we can navigate it. There are strategies to deal with boys in this country. There are strategies to deal with girls in this country. There are strategies to deal with everything. The way you operate in Nigeria, if you bring it here, they might take your children, they might take your husband, you might get into conviction problem. Don't do it. Understand the system, and there is a way to navigate it, and you will not get into trouble, and your family will be exceptional. I hope I've been able to provide 1% value for all of you today.
Amazing. Chinda, you know you never disappoint. You know you never disappoint. And we at Hired are really, really grateful. We wanted to start the year on the right note. For me, I believe that that's one very critical area in our life, starting right, having a head start. And I believe we've had that today. I cannot thank you enough. I know we've planned this for quite some time on how to find the right time, understand the right area that we can come in, and you can come in and help this community. And this is for us, we really want to help people. There's so much our people can do better. And like you rightly said, the Indians, the other communities, they're doing very well. They're coming together, they're putting their resources together. They have a lot of high level of trust. And that's one area that I see that our people don't have. They're not investing in themselves, not because they don't have the funding, but because they don't trust their brother or their sister to be the one to help them navigate that part. And we hope that this group will be able to change some of these things. And you've also rightly pointed out to investing. And just to add that to that, we put together like a 14-day sprint. We're bringing somebody from, he's the VP at NatWest Group, to come teach those that are interested how to truly understand the system, put your CV together, interviewing skills, how to have proper work culture and work environment, hands-on training. Because I will say for myself, I struggled a lot. My CV was nowhere close to even landing an interview. My couple of interviews were terrible because, come on, back home in Nigeria, you can get a job without never being interviewed. Someone will recommend you and you just get a job. But here it's different. So there were a lot of things that I needed to understand, even, how to position yourself and build your brand on a professional platform like LinkedIn, how to connect and build your network with the ecosystem and people you're professional, like you rightly said. So there are a lot of things that we don't know, but I realize, and this is me speaking, there's that force that makes you doubt every step you want to take. There's that force that when they say, oh, come out and pay this money, join this group, you'll be like, no, why would I pay? Well, and I see that really held me back. And for me, what I did was I just started traveling, joining groups, paying money, paying for programs, because the quality of the people you meet in paid programs are not the same quality of people you meet in the free ones. Okay. Now, the reason why Hired is free at this point is because we truly want to help. But like Chinda has rightly said, we believe that in 2025, we have tested it for the last 6 months. And we see that those people that perform, like Debbie that said she got the job, were those that paid for the programs, were those that invested in themselves. They were the ones that got the high level of returns. But those that just came one or two times and never invested did not get any return. So definitely we will be having a paid group. We would have people like Chinda mentors who bring all our professionals together. And the reason is we want you to take it seriously. That's right. That's the only reason. It's not the money. We want you to, because when you pay attention. And when you pay more attention. So that's very, very important for us. So Chinda, we want to thank you. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. I will get all the links from you. I will send out to our over 500 plus people in our community emails so that they can be part of it. And also this video, we will take it and we'll personally ensure that it's properly edited as a proper masterclass, and it will be available. Once it is edited, I will share a copy with you, and everyone in the Hired community will get a copy of the video once it's edited, free of charge. We're not going to charge.
I'm going to say this as my last like a parting word. I want you to write, if you want to, there are three things, 3 F's to summarize everything that we've had that today. Number 1 is to find yourself. Find yourself means
Who are you? Where are you coming from? What's your source? What do you have? What are you bringing to the table? Find yourself. What gifts do you have? What talents do you have? What abilities do you have? What potentials do you have? You can go online and chat. How do you find yourself? What are the tools that you can use to extrapolate some of those dimensions that you have that you don't know? Myers-Briggs is there. Clifton is there. Enneagram is there. There's so many tools out there. Just put it on Google. Some of them are free. Some of them are paid. Start discovering things. Disc is there. Who are you? And then obviously you need to go to God. God, who am I? What am I here for? What do you want to have me do? Find yourself. In fact, if you're going to use this year to find yourself, where you're going to be in the next 5 years, your journey of 10 years can be cut to 5 years just because you find yourself. Because everything will be targeted. Everything will be based on what you have discovered about you. Find yourself. You are not a wife. You are something more. You are not a husband. You are something more. There's a DNA of God inside of you. And everything God has created is beautiful. And God is giving you something. Find yourself. Adam knew himself. If no, I was a woman, and apart from being a woman, I've got things I need to do. Nobody's useless. But you can choose to be useless. Nobody should underperform from God's perspective. You can choose to underperform. It's a choice. It's not a divine blueprint. We can choose not to perform. And performance is based on fulfillment. You don't measure performance because you have car, house, this, that. These are just elements. Where we are going is fulfillment in life. So find yourself. Number 2, feed yourself. Feed yourself. Part of what we have done here today is feeding ourselves. Feed yourself with books, with online courses, with mentorship, with groups, with systems. Feed yourself. Don't feed yourself with junks, because the junks, they will destabilize the DNA of God inside of you, your ability to unveil those potentials and great stuff that God has put inside of you. The junks, they will destroy you. The gossiping, the slandering. Why are you feeding yourself with that information? The tail bearing, why are you feeding yourself with those information? Don't have time for those things. The eye is the window to the soul. What are you seeing with your eyes? What do you watch? What do you read? What do you listen to? What do you hear? Or who are you listening to? Who is your who in your life? Who do you listen to? Feed yourself. Are you feeding yourself from somebody that have not done anything? You say you want to be prayerful, but you are somebody that is prayerless is feeding you. You are going to be less prayerless than even that person. You want to study the Bible. You want to read the whole of the Bible this year. You want to go into systematic, specific aspects of the Bible to learn. But guess what? You are following somebody that is not systematic in their Bible structure. Then why are you going to learn? Feed yourself. You want to know how to save money. And yet, the person that is talking to you don't save money. You want to know how to manage a business, how to run a business in the UK, and yet the person you are listening to has not run a business, he's just telling you theory. Who are you listening to? Where are you feeding from? And then the final one, I think this is probably the most critical and the most important. Fight yourself. Fight yourself. Do you know that you are the problem of your life and you are the solution of your life? Fight laziness. Fight procrastination. Fight lack of vision.
Fight time wastefulness and time wastefulness activities. Fight the poverty. Fight the lack of saving. Fight the lack of reading. Fight it. Stop fighting your father. Stop fighting your mother. Stop fighting the UK government. Stop fighting the Home Office. Stop fighting people in Nigeria. Stop fighting where you came from. Stop fighting where you are born. Stop fighting your ancestors. Fight yourself. Because if you can take the focus away from external and begin to look inward, you will have better energy to do greater things in your life. So number one, find yourself. Number two, feed yourself. Number three, fight yourself. Don't fight your sisters. Don't fight your brothers. Don't fight your employer. Don't fight anybody. Focus on you and fight everything that want to stop this vision from rising. Fight everything that want to stop this purpose from coming out. Fight everything that doesn't want you to get this certification. Don't do time audit. Fight everything that doesn't want you to focus and discipline yourself. Fight anything that doesn't want you to finish the Bible reading this year. Fight it. You will be amazed where you will be in 5 years if you can just do these three things every time. Find yourself, feed yourself, and fight yourself. Take the battle from outside to inside. It will change the dynamics here. What will come out will be different, and you will make significant progress. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Chinda. I really appreciate you. This has been so amazing. For us to find ourselves, feed ourselves, and fight ourselves. This is so profound. I would definitely borrow this framework and apply it, because this is so profound. The 3 F's. This is so guys, please, we don't want to take much of Chinda's time. He's a very engaged man. I don't use the word busy anymore, because busy a lot of times could just mean is an excuse for people not to achieve things. I know say I'm very busy. No, he's a very engaged man. He has a lot he's engaged with. And so as that result, and also we all here in this community, we're also engaged people. So we all need to go back to our different engagements. But this is not the end. Like I said earlier, Chinda's details will be shared to the community so that you can reach out to him and buy his books, be part of what he's building, so that you can also be built along the way. Because one of the ways of finding yourself is by building for others. Because when you build for others, you indirectly build yourself towards. So when you volunteer to work in a place, you build yourself to be that candidate that maybe wants that job, or you get the skill. So we would all put our hands together so that we can help Chinda build what he's building and build ourselves in return. And also, if, like I said earlier, if there's anything in the community that you feel that this is for you, you've had the Holy Spirit has spoke to you, or whatever you believe has spoke to you, you've seen the omens, you've seen the pattern, and say, okay, fine, I need to join this community, or I need to join this program, I need to join this cohort, I need to get this training, I need to invest in myself. Please do not be shy. Do not hesitate. It is better, like just in property or anything in life, when you deposit. That's why when you're getting a house, you want to rent it out, they'll tell you to put down 100 or 20 or 300 pounds first to take it off the market, because they know that the moment you put down that deposit, you're most likely not going back. So it's the same principle I apply in my life. Anytime I want anything, I must put down a deposit. I'm not thinking about, oh, can I afford the whole money? No, I'm ready to commit. It's called a commitment fee. So this year, I challenge you, commit to something by putting something down. It might not be the full price. Say, Emeka, it's 50 pounds I have. I'm committed. Chinda, it is 100 pounds. I'm committed to this thing, so that I want at the end of this year, I'll be glad that I made that commitment. So one little commitment you do for us is click the Google review link, comment on Chinda's today, give him a recommendation. I will get all the details. I will share it in the email, including the 14-day sprint and all the other programs we'll be having. I would also confirm from Chinda and his team when he'll be available so that we can have the marriage, relationship, and sex one. And like he said, it's open to everyone. I'll push it out to all the communities that belong to so that we can all come together and learn from it. That is my own commitment to you. And if you've been part of this community, you know that myself, Emeka, and my team, we are really committed to you. So that's my commitment to you and my promise to you today. So Chinda, thank you so much. We will get across to you. We will get all the details and we will definitely bring you back. If possible, we might even bring you back twice, 2 more times this year. So just, I'm sure in February you are busy, so maybe in March or so, just give us a time. We would love to have you. And before we close the curtains for 2025, we would like to have you again because, like the Bible rightly says, iron sharpeneth iron. The more you are around people that are doing what you intend to do, that are ahead of you, the more you get better. And the Bible also says, when you pour into people, you'd also be filled. As you have filled us today, God will fill you back more and more and more. And everything that you prayed for, that's conglomerate that you are building, we will be part of it. We will be part of it. In our own little way, we will build our own conglomerate. Our families will be proud of us that, yes, we started something, that a meeting like this ignited something in us. And we went home, and like your testimony, we went home, we bought 4 acres. It might not be 4 acres. It might be 4 books. It might be 1 book. It might be 1 biro. It might be 1 course. It might be 1 train ticket to a place that will meet people, and our lives will never remain the same. But what we are saying is, today we have encountered the Almighty through you, and will never, never remain the same. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you, guys. The recording will be shared. Please reach out to Chinda. His details will be shared. God bless each and every one of you. And as always, let's all keep moving. This is just the beginning. We keep moving. God bless you and have a great day. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.